That was a delay for that second one to kick in. I'm like, come on, come on.
Do I talk? Do I wait?
Oh, hello, and Jojo and Brittany, welcome in. Welcome in. I hope everybody is keeping warm on this chilly night, even in the.
I have my heated blanket.
Is that right?
You know, I have my heated blanket because it becomes.
Absolutely, yes. Even on this, even in the South where it's usually warm, it's been chilly. They were talking. I heard somebody from Mississippi fussing because it's so cold, and I'm like, if it's cold in Mississippi, it's like it's cold in hell. You know, I mean, it's cold. Coming in that cold, it's like it's not good. The guy's talking about having to wrap the pipes and everything from bursting, and I'm thinking, holy crap, that is pretty.
Jojo, it is raining here.
Well, in parts, it's interesting because the valley is weird.
Getting it.
You know, isn't it weird how the valley is? Our valley is like one big plateau, it seems, but yet, you know, or not a plateau, maybe a bowl, but you can have 4 and 5 different kinds of weather in the same valley. And you talk to a neighbor and they're like, oh, it's raining. And you're thinking, no, it's not. Or you're talking, it's like, oh, I'm getting the winds and no winds. Like we get winds terrible here, and other people don't get winds at all. And so it is crazy.
Yeah, I had a friend who had a game at a softball game, and the game, they were hoping the game got rained out, and it didn't. But it was pouring down raining over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had rain. Was it yesterday? And then we were supposed to have it today. And this morning I get up and got the dogs outside and got them out there before we had rain, and the rain just never came. And I'm like, okay, when was it gonna happen? So today we really didn't get any. We got ours yesterday.
It's been cold and gloomy, but it's been raining off and on a little bit, so not as much. When I went to work last night, it was raining.
Exactly. Harlem Bakery, yes. Beef stew kind of night, absolutely. I actually was at Costco the other day and I bought some Irish lamb stew. And so I've got it there sitting there waiting for me.
Oh, Don. One of the places the Savoy that we went to in Houston, they had lamb empanadas. So good.
Good.
It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, super.
And then they had this frozen Hennessy drink. Oh, it was delicious too, and it made me really want to rethink my alcohol choice. It was really good.
Well, it sounds like you enjoyed Houston.
I did. I had a good time there. It was so much. We didn't even get to do all the stuff we want to do. We jam packed so much stuff into Saturday. Like we went to the art museum. We went to.
I saw the guy the artist who did Obama's picture. You saw him.
Yes, he has a exhibit there, and you get this little, the little headphone thing, and you go up to each picture and scan, and it does a whole interview of him, his inspiration behind it, other people talking about him, what the picture is, what it means, what was he trying to depict. The whole thing is just beautiful. The whole exhibit is nice.
Yeah, and the Houston Art Museum is pretty impressive. It used to be just the one building, and now it's 2 buildings, and it crosses the street. It's 3 buildings now?
Yeah, because when we went to the wrong building, and they were like, it's not this building, it's the other one in the middle.
Yeah, because behind it is the Natural Science Museum, which is pretty cool. And then they had, at the time we were in Houston, when we were living in Houston, they had this plant that opens up once in 100 years or something. And it was opening up that day or 2 days, because it's only open for 2 days and then done. And we were able to get there and see it. And the zoo is right there in Herman Park. That part of the city is like packed with so much to do.
Yeah, it was nice. We had a good time. We went to the brunch spot. We didn't go to breakfast, the one you said. We went to Gotti.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. Then Talk Stick was good. We were just out. Oh, we went to Ratio.
Mhm.
It was like a lounge type place, and
Mhm.
it was a lot. We did a lot in
Yes,
2 days.
I saw the pictures. Looked like you guys were busy the entire time.
Yeah, yeah,
They kept you hopping. That's good.
yeah.
Because the city can do that because, and no matter what you did, you would never have done, you could not have done everything. The city just doesn't work that way. It's just so much to do.
And our Uber drivers was giving us so many pointers like go here, go there, do this, and we couldn't even keep up with all the stuff they were giving us because every Uber driver gave us something different to do. And it was just too much. And they kept telling us to go down on Washington. There was a whole bunch of bars on Washington we could.
Washington, yes. Washington is like, it was gentrified in
We didn't
Midtown.
even get to do that. We didn't even get to do
No?
that.
Oh
No,
my gosh.
it was too much. We that was the night we went to Ratio,
Yeah.
and so we didn't get to go to Washington Street.
Yeah. We went to, when we were there, we would go into the Heights sometimes
Mhm.
for, the Heights was like at one time a very, very, very small houses and so forth and bungalows. And then it became a very popular place. And then now it's one of the crazier, expensive places to be in Houston, and it's right across the road from Allen Parkway and Memorial Parkway, and so it's right close to the Allen Parkway, which is that big long park, that runs right through the city, and then into Memorial Park, which is even bigger. So yeah, we lived right down by there. We lived close to downtown. We were just outside of downtown, which was good for when I went to court because if I had to go to court, I'd jump in the car and I'd be at the court within 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was so nice. It was a lot. It was cold and rainy, but they so it started raining the night we got there Friday night, around about probably 1 or 2 a.m. And then the next morning it rained till about 11 or 12. So by the time we were ready to go to brunch, it had stopped. And then the rest of the day was really nice. The sun came out. We went to that mall that has a rooftop open where you can sit down and like I guess gaze at the stars or eat lunch or listen to music. So we went there. It was nice. They were having that market
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
at earlier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's, and Houston, it's a surprise when I tell people this, but Houston, and I'm thinking it's probably still the way it was, if not even more, but Houston actually has the most number of live theater seats
Oh,
in
really?
the entire country. Even New York, who's known for Broadway and whatever, they don't have the number of live theater seats available as does Houston because Houston has so many venues for live theater, and when because actually the president of the board for for one of the class, it was called the Classical Theater Company, and it was in Houston, and we actually worked with the people who created it, and I was the first president of the board
Oh,
for that
yeah.
theater, and the whole thing was using plays that were more than 100 years old. That was our whole thing. So they had to be, but we could read. They could be 100 years or more old, but they could be reworked to fit a modern era if necessary. And
Oh,
yeah, so like what is it? Something in Venice. Salesman in Venice was rewritten in the Holocaust time and put in a concentration camp, which is quite interesting. Which is one thing they did.
oh,
But
wow.
yeah, no, Houston has an amazing arts support, very supportive of the arts, extremely supportive of the arts. So anyway, with that said, I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad you had a good time. It reminds me of when we lived there, and Houston was good to us. We can't complain. We like where we are now, but Houston has many good things to offer. So
Yeah. But I shouldn't be going anywhere for a while, I don't think, unless, all right, I'm having my next trip is Amsterdam, so that's not until the fall.
nice. Amsterdam is nice. I'm gonna sneak in your luggage. I'm gonna sneak in your luggage. Come with you. That'd
I'm
be fun.
excited about that one too.
Yeah, that's
I
that's
think we're
that's
going to be there about 5 or 6 days.
yeah. And there's a lot to do. And also make sure you get like if you go to Antwerp while you're there, because and by then of course the Keukenhof wouldn't be. The Keukenhof is in the spring is really crazy because it's the flower house. It's like acres and acres of tulips and stuff. It's pretty amazing. But even in the fall where you're with that time you go, there'll still be some beautiful. It's a beautiful country. It's just green and lush. It's beautiful. So. There you go. Hello, everybody, in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Kelly Dix, nice to see you in. Hi, Don and Angie. Yes, still on Facebook. We'll switch to YouTube soon. Hope you guys are well. We are well. No problem, Kelly.
Yeah, Harlem Bakery.
Yes, it's
Was your name something else? Because you seem familiar, but I don't remember that name.
and then hey, creating balance. Nice to see you. And hey, Pamela P. Love Ramage. Nice to see you in as well.
And remember, guys, Don is like 20 away from 1,000. So go ahead and get some new people to log in, share the video, get some more people to subscribe to Don's YouTube. He's almost at 1,000.
Yes.
Oh, okay, you were Libra Queen. Okay, because I'm like, your energy feels really familiar. That's why I was like, you feel familiar, but I don't know the name. Okay.
Gina says we're glowing tonight. Thank you, Gina. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, Dr. Rivera, good to see you in.
It's not thanks to the water because I have not been getting the water down, and if it is, it's in alcohol. That's how the water's getting out through the ice cube.
I hear you.
Oh
Hey,
my
Mary
gosh! Let me tell you, Houston can make a drink. That's what they can do.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, Jojo, nice to see you in. Let's see who. Calling on Angels, Bonnie, nice to see you in as well.
Hey, Bonnie.
Scenaria, nice to see you in.
Bonnie
Hopefully,
got a nice little round of love readings today.
yes, she did. And true Lord have mercy.
Exactly. Exactly.
It was funny. I was watching, and then this little twerp come in and wanted me, going to DM me, DM me for a reading. And I'm like, really? No. Oh my gosh. It's like, Lord have mercy. At least know something about the and get the right people. Don't come after the people who would give you the grief, because I kind of gave them a little bit of grief. Now, I wasn't too bad. I was kind of nice.
Hey, Sonaria, are you finished with school yet? I'll be looking for you when I'll be on the plane. Like, I wonder if Sonaria gonna ever walk in. Are you done? Oh, wait.
Colorado, right?
I think, did she say Colorado? I can't remember.
I thought it was Colorado.
Are you at Sonaria having your training? We forgot.
They did.
They did. So we were at I have to tell you this. So we would be at the bar, and I would just be sitting there like this. Like everybody, these are people that most of them have traveled just the first time, but they was like, Angie, fix your face, Angie, fix your face. And I kept being like, I am trying, but oh my, it was a lot going on in some of them places. I was just like, whoa.
Well, congratulations on the uniform.
On Tuesday, and they got their uniform today. Yeah, I'm so excited, Sonari. If I ever see you on the plane, I'm gonna cry. I'm just gonna be so happy. I'm gonna cry.
Sonari, you have to email us a picture of you in the uniform. We got to, and we'll post it. We'll post it for everybody.
Oh my gosh! And if you see me, definitely say something.
Don't worry about the hater scenario. They do not control your life, or as long as they don't control your mind. So don't give them don't rent them. Don't give them any space to rent in your head. Not necessary.
We can see the stuff on Facebook. I can see your comments.
Absolutely. Yep. And you see the emails right there, so you can send one to Angie or myself or both, and we will post it.
I'm so excited. That is so cute.
I know it's like one of our own kind of our little baby girls growing up, Angie.
I'm gonna act a fool on the plane. They're gonna be like, "Oh my
god!" Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
We can say we knew her when. We knew
exactly her. Before she was big time.
Exactly.
Traveling the world. Mm-hmm. Oh, that is so exciting. Today, Brandon went and picked his dorm room. Like he and his friend from school, they know what school they're going to go to. So they got to the honors dorm. So they went and found the honors building, and then they found out where all the engineers are going to be. So they picked the floor that they want to be and where the rest of them are. And they went and did all that today. He went and talked to people on campus. He don't even need me. I'm like, well, Brandon, I thought we were going up to the school together. Oh, that's in March. Well, what'd you do today? I was just talking to people at school. I was just like, whatever.
Is this Barrett?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm just like, whatever.
Yep. We have two friends in Barrett, and they're, male and female, and they're both, they work some hard, but they're learning. They are definitely
very excited, both of them. So they both wanted to get in, so they both got in, and so they just been walking through it all together, but without their parents. Like they just don't need us at all. And I'm just like, Lord help the child. What is going on?
They're growing up.
Like, I'll get an email and then I'll get a text that says, Mom signed that, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I love it. I love it. I love it. But you got to be proud of that too at the same time.
I am, but I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm going to get another fish. I ain't got nobody to take it. I was gonna get some seahorses, but I didn't think they were attractive. Like I was like, oh, I should go get some seahorses put in there. So then I looked at some pictures and I was like, those are very attractive. I don't want to wake up and see that every day.
Do they last very long? Every time we had seahorses, they died quickly.
Well, that's what I was looking at too, and it said a year to 3 years, and I'm like, no, I don't trust that. So I just
That's,
didn't. And
yeah,
patches don't come out that much, so
and my experiences were not that. My experiences were
yeah.
quickly
Well, they
dying.
didn't look good, so that was a no anyway. So maybe I'll go back and go get a redhead pet child of Bertram's cousin.
Exactly. Hello, Julie. Nice to see you in as well. Nice to see you in.
Hi, Mercy, Whitwell Kavanaugh. Hi, Marky Hall Hobson. Oh,
Well, who are we drawn to tonight, Angie? Who's catching your attention?
oh my goodness, my gracious. Let me see if I see a new name. I've have we ever done Gina McCaffrey?
Who's that?
Gina McCaffrey?
Don't remember the name for a reading
She was out
before.
around 1850. I don't remember her name, so if she wants one, we could do her.
Okay, super. Sounds good. Let me find her.
And
Hey,
she
Gina.
said we were glowing, Don.
Oh, in that case, we definitely need a
We
reader.
definitely-
After this, she's going to say, I'm not sure I like the glow.
okay. And Myra, we see you would love every as long as it don't say oh you know we might not be able to do that.
And everybody, if you're looking for an extended love reading, Bonnie is running a special. I think it's 3 cards for $20. And so you go to Calling on Angels 1111 and message her through the apps and let her know that you're interested if you're looking for it. That
And let
she'll
me tell you,
get
that
three cards.
$20 is a bargain because Miss Bonnie goes deep on that love read. She be wanting to know just as much as you do. She be like, well, let me see what that's at, and let me see what that. So you will
Exactly.
get a thorough reading from Miss Bonnie. She is very good at it, and she enjoys it. So her energy is positive. If I do it, it's like the Grim Reaper giving you a love reading.
Yep. So Calling on Angels 1111. I'll show you it's here somewhere. There we go. Here's her YouTube channel. So you can connect through here and message her through the YouTube channel if you need to connect and get your love reading for Valentine's
Three cards
Day.
for $20. Oh, you'll know. You can know right now whether you should even be ready for Valentine's Day or move on.
Hmm. Yep. And it would save you from having to come here because we don't like them. We don't like the love readings. We don't like them so much.
Oh, and I don't know how Bonnie loves him so much. I be like, look, she be doing them, and my face still be like,
Yeah. Yeah, they just often can be messy. It's like, usually when you have to ask the question, then you know you got a problem. Hey, Pam, Frank's nice to see you in.
hey Pam, I heard you almost ready to go dancing again. All right, Miss Gina, you didn't give us a question, so I guess you want a general reading. Um, and I immediately, when I said your name, saw you in a car at night. There's lights on the dashboard or shining in from the city, so you seem to be going somewhere at night in a car. You're driving pretty slow. It's a loud, like muscle car, so I'm assuming this is like representing masculine energy. Um, you are. You seem to be in a good mood. There's a nice song playing on the radio. I can't make out what the words are, but it's an upbeat song. And you're traveling through the city. I can't tell if you're leaving or going to a city, but you're traveling through the city. So for me, that's a journey. It's nighttime, so either you don't want people to know, it's something done in secrecy, but I don't feel like it's secrecy as in shame or something bad. It does feel like you just are enjoying yourself and have a leisurely time. You seem to be in hermit mode, but in a cool hermit mode way, like you're cruising in a car in hermit mode, kind of reflecting on things, how your life is going. I feel like maybe your birthday's coming up soon, and so you're reflecting. If so, what your guides are saying is that you're right on track. Don't worry about where you are, if you're ahead, if you're not where you should be. If you're on track, you seem to be on track. You have had a few financial setbacks because they're showing me X's through dollar signs. with wings, and so it's like your money was cut in half or it was decreased in some way. But you are on the road to getting back to that. So that could be where you're going, is to another job or to some better opportunity. But you are on a journey traveling, but it seems to be in a joy. You are by yourself, and they are showing me that you are picking up momentum in order to start, bringing in more money or to recoup what you lost plus more. So I don't know if that's what you want to know, but that's what I got.
Let's see what I got for Miss Gina. When I think of the name Gina, I can't think of Martin.
Martin.
Yes, Gina. I love. I can never remember her. I used to remember. I've lost it, but not Gina, but the friend.
Tachina Arnold. She's on the neighborhood. You were talking about
Yes,
that show? Yeah.
that's what I was going to talk about.
She had a long career.
She
Like
has
when
had
I go back and see her on Little Shop of Horrors and all that stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, and just to see her longevity, she keeps a syndicated show. She keeps
yes,
a show under her belt.
yes, and it's like she's always on somewhere, sometime. It's because
Yeah.
of the show she's chose that she was on, and I love it because I love. Most people may not notice about her, but she has an amazing singing voice,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
amazing. And when
Yeah.
she lets loose, it's like wow. It's
Yeah.
amazing that she hasn't done musicals or something to really to show off that because
And
I mean,
even though she's funny, I feel like each character has a different funny tone to it. Like she still
oh
makes
yeah,
them different. It's not like her playing the same role over and over and over. She like makes each role unique every single
yes,
time.
yeah, because like the role in Martin uh, is nothing like the neighborhood.
Or
She's
like
so good.
everybody hates Chris. That mom
Yes,
is totally different there too. So I just look at how different she is, but
yeah,
still funny and still herself in each one. So I love
yeah,
her.
yeah. And I tell you what, when you think you can do the mugging thing, I can tell you what, when she gives a look, in that look, she can express so much, And I'm telling you, Cedric the Entertainer, I know he's a funny man, but I'm certain times in the outtakes, I'm sure there are times where she cracks him up
Yeah.
because she
Oh
just has
yeah.
that look about her. When she turns and gives you a certain look, sometimes you're like, you can't help but
Yeah.
laugh. But
And
they,
their neighbors, I remember the wife from Two Broke Girls. I liked her in that.
yes,
Yeah.
yep, yep, yep.
So it's a very nice cast.
Yeah, it's a very well, and it was. I think they did. Yeah, they did a great job. The chemistry is good there. Absolutely. Even the sons, I like the sons, and they're so well cast for the roles they play.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. So anyway, let's see what I got for Gina. Gina. I was just turning over cards because I was picking up images, like images, and I was like,
I was
so
like, dang, God, you getting a lot of
yeah, no, I was picking up on some energies, and I'm like, this was helping me to connect, and I'm like, I like this, but it's interesting, Gina. The thing I meant for you is move on, let it go. You are holding on to something, and I don't know what it is, and I don't understand what energy it is. Is it someone? Has somebody left or walked out, or you thinking about leaving, or you did, and then you kind of want to go back? If you did, no. It's you have to shut the door, lock it, bolt it, all those things because I think you need to move on. You need to let it go, And this is a good time for me to sing the song, which I wish I had, but I can't because of the damn copyrights. But anyway, the song would be "Let It Go" because there is a strong energy of you holding on, and it's not going to do you well. You need to just kind of move forward, and you can't. You're not allowing yourself to move forward because you're still letting this situation, whatever it is, kind of manipulate you into again just holding a little too much, a little too tightly, a little too strongly. So just let go and move on. Let go and move on. That's what I'm getting. That's the energy.
Did you hear that Frozen 3 will be out in 2026?
What will?
Frozen 3,
Yes, I heard. Is it 2026 or is it this year?
2026, I thought they said for Frozen.
Okay,
I was
because
like,
because
why would you even announce it now? I don't want to know that far in ahead.
Yeah, Disney was saying they're going to release Toy Story 5, Frozen 3, and then there's another one they did that's a sequel, and they're all three of them getting ready to do. Maybe I guess they're in
Oh,
production.
Zootopia too.
I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
Zootopia. Yeah, that's what it said.
Yeah, because I saw that or I heard that on the news today on Bloomberg. They were talking about it because one of the companies that have a large investment in Disney want to split Disney into its entertainment, like the properties into one, and then the entertainment arm into another. And I thought, how stupid is that? Why would you take the entertainment away from the parks? Because the park is the entertainment, and the movies feed the park, and the park feeds the movies. I don't understand why people thought that. I do see why they think about getting rid of ABC and stuff, but ABC is a great vehicle for Disney to use its product. So I don't know. I thought there was not a wise thinking in going in there, but
Oh, wow.
it's crazy. So anyway, can't solve the problems of the world or
Frozen
Disney, but we can ask for ratings.
2025 will be out in 2026, and Zootopia will be out in 2025.
Yeah. So who do we have next? Let's do Patty Singer. Patty Singer.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know
Who?
I saw her name too.
Let's hook up Patty Singer. Patty Singer, do you have a general or a specific? And if it is specific, let us know what the specific question would be.
Harlem Bakery, I do have something for you. Hold on. I got an image for you, so hold on. I got something. If I don't forget it.
Don't forget, folks, if you are on Facebook, we love you on Facebook. We do, we do, we do. But we are doing a major push to get folks onto YouTube and to our channels as subscribers. So if you could, we would appreciate. Go to Angie's YouTube channel. If you don't have an account yet, it's free. There are no charges for YouTube channel. Set up a YouTube channel, and then if you want, just click on this thing, take your camera, click on this, or click on the link in the thing, and go to Angie's YouTube channel and connect. Therefore, also, if you make sure that you are getting notices, you will get notices every time we go live or post something, and we would appreciate it. Again, that's Angie's channel. And if you're not a member of my channel yet, I would invite you to do the same to mine. We would appreciate
Y'all
your
can tell me y'all can hear me because the microphone was way across the table, so I don't even know how y'all was able to hear me.
No, we could hear you. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Well, this is a very good microphone.
So we're doing Patty Singer. Patty, which was it? What was it?
Okay, general.
General. Okay.
Okay.
Kelly, I used to remember the Wonderful World of Disney on Sunday nights. I absolutely did, and I loved it. And it was before or after. I think it was either before or after Wide World Kingdom. What it was it? Something Wild Kingdom or something. I loved that too.
Oh, Wild Kingdom. I do remember that.
Yeah, I used to love those animals. My gosh, that was great.
Okay, so oh, did we put her name up, Patty Singer?
Oh, yep, here we go.
Singer? Is it Singer? Singer. I keep thinking Stinger. Okay. I see you falling off of a horse, Patty. So, and then I keep hearing get back in the saddle, but you're not falling completely off. It's like you fall, you're upside down, riding the horse the wrong way, and then you're like being pulled back up on top to get a go at it again. So, it's like you keep losing your balance on this journey. It's a bumpy road, and this seems to be a mode of transportation or a journey, like a part of the journey that you're not familiar with or you don't know how to navigate on, or like you don't know how to ride a horse. So if you're in a car, you would be perfectly fine and perfectly comfortable, but you're on a horse, which to me is a more exposed journey. It's a journey where you are by yourself because you're on a horse. There doesn't seem to be anybody around you. They're kind of showing it to me, kind of like the ten of wands is in the light seers tarot, where she's walking and she has the mule and it has all the bags and stuff that she's carrying. So you seem to be carrying a heavy load, and you keep losing your balance, and you keep thinking that you're losing, because I keep hearing I'm losing out, or I'm missing out, or I'm failing. You keep thinking that you're failing, but your higher power keeps pulling you back up and putting you back on top. And the problem is you're too focused on all the things that you carry, all the weights that you're carrying, and it's what's throwing you off balance. It's what's pulling you under. But your higher power isn't letting you fall off. They're keeping you moving, but sometimes you're out of sorts while you're moving. So when you're upside down, you're out of sorts and you're confused and you don't know what to do. You don't know what decisions to make. You may be a little bit having kind of highs and lows of kind of in and out of sadness, a little bit of joy, a little bit of sadness, like you're going in and out of emotional roller coaster type situations. And they're saying that you need to focus more on the journey and what's important to you and drop some of these bags. Like they're showing if you drop some of those weights, you wouldn't have so much that's pulling you down and keeping you from holding your balance, and then you could go faster through this journey. Because the next thing they showed me is a Knight of Swords, which is somebody who comes in and cuts through the chaos, but he moves very fast, and so your journey will speed up, but you have to drop some of these weights. So it may be other obligations that you've made to other people, or things that you're carrying that do not belong to you, because this does not seem to be all the things that are that belong to you. You're carrying other people's baggage, and it's weighing you down, and it's keeping you from progressing forward, and it's keeping you feeling like you're failing or stumbling over and over and over again. So that's what I got for you.
Patty, the first thing that came to me and the thing that keeps drawing to me is marketing, marketing, marketing. You have a great product, you have good products, you have knowledge of your product base, you have knowledge of your consumer. So you need to be getting out there and finding ways to get your product in people's hands, in their stores, in their shops, be a vendor at psychic fairs, all those things that can get you and your product out and about. Because I'm feeling like the big thing is that I think you want to expand your product line. I think you want to see the sales go up. But again, I think there's so much more you can do. And so the thing I'm getting is get out there and get to marketing, get to networking, get yourself invited to or push your way into a number of events that will get you get eyes on your product and get eyes on you. Additionally, that happens when you are again connecting with the community. So make sure that you visit some of the local shops and make the connection to the owners and make sure you know who they are. The good thing is the local shops are usually locally owned, because that's why I call them local. But they're smaller and they have flexibility in buying product and so forth. So you don't have to worry about like these big chains who say, well, we can't buy your product because we have to get whatever comes. No, you need to get out there. So yes, absolutely. She says, I can take that totally. Yes, struggling with my online store. My day job takes so much of my time right now. Yeah, but the interesting thing, Patty, is that you don't have to work harder, just smarter. And so the one way to do it again is finding ways in which you can use the network, the internet and the network to make those connections. Make
Like
sure.
I feel, does it feel like she needs to automate a lot of stuff down, like have it where you don't have to be so much a part of the process or until it's the final shipment or something. Like you seem to be way involved in the entire process, and it bogs you down and slows down the cogs in the wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So Patty, find ways in which you can again enhance your marketing techniques. Do things that do cross collaborations. So in other words, when somebody else is doing something else that you would be a good fit for, then offer to do something with them. Make sure that they're doing something. If somebody wants to talk about maybe some metaphysical stuff, say, hey, let's talk. Can I come in and talk about crystals? Another way to do it is set up an interview. Have somebody interview in a podcast, or let Angie and I do interviews with you, because we have done interviews before and have no problem doing it.
We haven't done that in a long time.
It
I
has
would
been a
love
while.
to do that.
Absolutely.
Oh, a series of interviews. I would love it.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a while, and it would be a good thing. And therefore, the interview again gets people to know you and know your story. And sometimes by knowing you and your story, they want to invest in you by buying your products. So again, use your tools at your hands, at your disposal, and do things wiser instead of harder. Okay.
Mhm.
And again, it doesn't cost a lot of money. I'm not telling you spend a lot of money on marketing. That's not what I'm saying. You
And
can
this
do
is
a lot
is
without.
this the one who had the store that the friend used to own? Or is this just her own online store? Because there was somebody who had a friend who passed and she wanted to take over the store. So this isn't her.
Oh, I don't know. You know me, my memory. I don't know. I have no idea.
Hey, Shauna.
Hey, Sean, and thanks for the compliment. Yeah, we loved interviewing people. We enjoyed it. Yeah, and we tended to. It was interesting because between the interviewers, we wound up asking pretty much most of the questions you would need. But I think if we were doing one on one, we would probably miss quite a few of them. But we were good with the
We,
tag.
we fed off of each other so well. Like you would spark one question in me, and I spark one to you, and we just kept the interview rolling. It was always fun and lighthearted. It never seemed like it was, having any low moments. I loved all of them. Sometimes I go back and watch them just because I think we're funny.
Oh, and we even had some folks who were so amazing on their own. They were so funny. They brought so much energy. They made our job so easy. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Catherine.
Yes.
I'll
Oh,
never forget the first thing we asked.
first 5 minutes we were dead, cracking up, and could not contain ourselves. She went off really fast.
She did. When she started that interview, all of us almost like lost it right there.
Guys, all the interviews we're talking about, you can find in our videos. It will be back a couple years ago, but you could go on there and see all the interviews that we did, and we are hilarious, if I do say so myself.
Exactly. So yeah, Patty, know that there are possibilities. Just try to reach out, connect, use your network, use your community, and then get yourself back in front of people's eyes. Okay, and smarter, not harder. Okay, smarter, not harder. Now you said that you had something for Harlem Bakery.
Yeah, Harlem Bakery. But Samantha, the lady who said she lost her keys, and I normally don't do this, but as soon as I read that long question that you put in there, I saw them outside in the dirt. So I don't know how they would have got there, but I don't feel like they're in the house. I feel like they're outside on the like maybe they fell out of your pocket while you're walking up to the car, but it feels like they're outside in the grass or in the dirt somewhere. It doesn't feel like they're inside. And then now I have to try to thank you, Miss Linda. It is my birthday month, y'all. I'm celebrating every single weekend. Every weekend I'm doing something. So I'll be at some bar sometime this weekend. Oh, and they have a thing called the Super Bowl. Isn't that this weekend?
Yeah, minor details.
Yeah, so I might do that. We were trying. So Usher is doing a concert now. So we were trying to get tickets to the concert, and they were doing pre-sale for Citibank and for Verizon today. My friend went in there with her Citibank code. It was 2,000 people in the waiting room.
That's crazy.
People were paying $750, $1,000, $2,000 for tickets. Usher, listen, I am not.
And the worst part, he doesn't get that because the groups that buy all the tickets and sell them, they get that markup. It's crazy. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
That's the sad part. But back to Harlem Bakery.
Okay, and so now I forgot what I saw, but let me try to tap in a different way because I saw a distinct picture of you, Harlem, and I don't forgot what it is. Hey, Alicia, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to read you.
Is that the Alicia Black?
The Alicia, who never comes to class anymore.
She got promoted. She got a new job, and she just blew us off.
She got the big bucks out partying, shaking, and
we're just not good enough anymore for her.
That's all right. Her or Lewis. She took Lewis too. How dare you? We had Lewis first.
It's like the Jewish mother joke, right? It's like, how many Jewish sons does it take to change a light bulb? None. Don't worry. I'll sit here alone in the dark. They'll find me a year later. It's okay. I'll just die already. Wouldn't want to impose. Not at all. Not at all.
Yes. You know who I loved who did that? Everybody Loves Raymond mom.
Yes.
She
Doris
was good
Roberts.
at the field trip.
Yes. I remember her as the mother on Angie, and I loved her back then too. Oh my God. Yes, that goes way back for those folks who don't remember Angie. Because Donna Pascal, who played Angie, remember she was in Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah.
Saturday Night Fever. Yeah.
Oh my God. Listen.
Yeah. She says, I want little bucks in my free time again. It says,
exactly. No, you don't.
No, really, you don't.
Gosh, I'm gonna have to go to the cards, Don. If you get anything, you can go ahead because I totally lost the thing that I saw for her. Oh, is it?
Harlem, who's the male figure that is right now kind of plucking your last nerve? Is it a relationship or is it a child? Is it a son? Yeah, he's got you. They got you kind of wound up a little bit tight. And you're, I mean, you are, I get the sense you're like right there, ready to just like, snap. Does this resonate with you? Is this your energy? Daughter's father. Okay. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. Yep. And he's somebody who he talks a good game, but he doesn't come through. Because I'm kind of getting that attitude too, but yet he likes to cause he yeah. Yeah, this guy, yeah, trying to stay away from him. Yep, you need to find a way to just not only stay away from him, but block his energy. His energy is the problem, not so much just him. Um, yeah, and the worst part is he's not worth it. That's the sad part. He's not worth it. I mean, it's just, yeah, no, I don't know what to tell you. All I do know what to tell you though is again, figure out a way to block his energy. Do whatever you can to block his energy. Don't let that energy seep into you. Don't let him rent space in your head. He is not worth it. Again, you have moved on, but at the same time, you have to deal with him. And so when you do, he really does kind of seep back in. And I get it, but I do strongly, strongly suggest that you find ways to block his energy because he sends negative. He comes around you and he just brings all kinds of negative energy. It's just a really uncomfortable feeling. So yeah,
So, okay, that makes sense for what I first saw because I saw her standing at a door, like up on a porch, like you walk up the steps and then there's a door, and she's about to open the door. But I feel like you're opening a door to another timeline or to like a different um, future forward. Because the first card I got for you was the Eight of Cups, which you were walking away from. And so I said, well, what was the door? That's what I couldn't remember. What was the door? So it feels like you're hesitating to walk away from something. If you open this door, that kind of symbolizes you're walking into a new path, you're walking into a new future. And so you're definitely leaving something behind, but it's really agonizing and tearing you up about it. Like I feel like somebody's giving you grief. I don't feel like the grief is so internal. It's coming from outside pressures or people saying things or trying to kind of chirp in your ear about what you should or what they would do if they were in your situation. And it's kind of weighing heavily on you because you got that Nine of Swords, and that's her up in the middle of the night, her thoughts consuming her and kind of keeping her in a mental prison. And then I got the Wheel of Fortune, and I don't read reversals. But when I turned it back up, they told me turn it back down because it's a delay. Wheel of Fortune is usually things turning in your favor, travel, moving forward. But in this case, there's a delay. And the reason there's a delay is because I keep seeing you put your hand on the door and then moving your hand back. Putting your hand on the door and then moving your hand back because you know once you open that door to your new future, there's no turning back. Nothing will be the same. And so you're hesitating and you're overthinking what you need to do and how you need to move on. So I don't know that it's necessarily him or just your entire life and you want a fresh new start, but they're not even letting me see what's behind the door. When the door, like as first you're not opening, but when I can see through the crack of it, it's just darkness and it's trees. So I don't know that if in the morning or once you open the door, it'll be daylight for you, and then that'll be lush green growth, or if it'll be I don't think it'll be a barren land. I think that it hasn't shown its lush growth because you haven't decided to open the door. And so while you're waiting, your fortune or your abundance is kind of withering away and you're losing some of the gains that you could have had you just not gone ahead and walked through that door and made the choice to move forward in a way that would be positive and beneficial for you. So I feel like you really do need to go ahead and move on because these two together are very tough. Like this is you wanting to go, and this is you agonizing over it. And then with your Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you're delaying your fortune. Like it's coming, and they clearly told me keep it like this because you're delaying your progression forward by not opening that door. So once you're ready to move, know that there's no turning back. They're closing off those doors back there and they're moving you forward because it seems to be hard to get you to move to the next level. Like you get so far and then you run and turn back because you're afraid of who you're becoming. So you're trying to go back to something familiar, but you don't like who you were either. Totally. You want change, but you're afraid to go into who you're turning into. And so they need you to go ahead and move forward. And so every time, once you go to the next level, they have to completely close off the previous level so you can't go back because you'll go back when things seem a little bit unstable or unfamiliar. Growth hurts, healing hurts. Like when you break a leg and you have to go to therapy, you don't want to go, but you know it's for your good. it's mending or making that bone stronger than it was before. And so what's happening is you're running from the growth and the healing. So you need to go ahead and be stretched and move forward. So that's what I got for you.
Super. The one thing that I posted for you, Harlem Bakery, is about the gold light and the gold cloak or gold bubble. And to explain that to you, I didn't want to type it in because it can be long, but to explain it to you and everybody else, especially if you're an empath, if you're bringing in, if you're feeling somebody's energy or somebody's delivering energy on you, and you don't want it, and you don't seem to be able to block it in any other way, what I would strongly suggest is you visualize a gold orb or a gold disc, stretch the orb and disc until the orb turns into a ball that's big enough for you to step into, or the disc becomes a big enough cloak in which you can wrap it over, you put it over you and around you. So where you're totally surrounded in this golden light energy apparatus, be it a cloth, a cloak, a bubble, whatever. The point is with that golden light, it's like a Christ light. With that golden light, it protects you. And as the negative energies come at you, especially if you're getting like a psychic hit or you're getting like those kind of things, it will bounce off of that and it sends it back to the individual or just dies wherever it lays. But more importantly, you don't absorb it. So I would suggest that you consider using that technology, that process, that theory, that concept, and put it into play. Now, to make that happen, of course, you have to do the visualization. You have to believe in what you're doing, and see yourself covered in this. But once you do, once you get this perfected, you'll love it because when you go to a party, which again, if you're an empath, parties are not your friend because there's too much energy. And so what you do is an empath, you put this on before you walk into a room. And therefore you can handle all that energy coming at you because you're protected. The other thing about it is you have the flexibility to expand that field. So if you want to bring somebody in and actually feel what they're talking to you about or make sure that you have a good connection, you can bring them in and yet still leaving everybody else excluded. So you don't have to turn everything off. You just pick and choose whom you allow into your sphere and when they're there or when they have to exit. And you move the spear out, move it back, move the cloak out, move the cloak back, do whatever you do to make sure that you encompass or you remove them to make sure they fit the needs that you were going through at that moment. So consider that as an option when he's around or anytime it's mentioned, boy, throw that thing on. Like, you know what? I don't even want to hear
But
it.
sometimes you have to physically put it on. Like what for me to learn the bubble, I every time had to do it just like this and stretch it over me until I got to the point where I knew how to just mentally do it. But until sometimes you need that physical thing. If you need to see yourself putting a cloak on and tying it around your neck, then do that. So that you get the mental imagery and because the mind doesn't know. The mind doesn't know that it's a fake cloak. To the mind, you're putting on a cloak, so you put your cloak on. And that's what you
Exactly.
do. If you really need something physical that you cannot, because you can't do that imagination thing, I remember Levita telling us you could carry like a round or like a crystal, like a black obsidian or some kind of protective thing, tiger's eye. Carry that with you, and you could put people into that room. You could put people who are like causing you emotional distress, or you could just tell your higher power to put everything that will cause you emotional distress into this rock and carry that rock in your pocket. And then that way you could just rub on the rock while you're there. Or it could be protection for you. There's different ways you can do it if you can't imagine it. But I listen, I could do all of it. If I don't have my bracelets on, I could put that gold ball right over me real quick. Well, I'm having to deal with it. And sometimes you have to do that. And sometimes you have to put people in their own little ball. Let me put you in a ball and just send you away from me because you are too much. You are the one that's too much, not me today. It's you. And so you just do what you have to do. And then as far as you having a hard time leaving somebody alone, listen, listen. My guys know when I say I'm done, there's no more discussion about it. I will look at you like, that's rather unfortunate. You know, and will have no feelings for you at all. Zero zip zero none. Can walk past you like you never existed and not even speak to you. Oh, do I know you? Oh, okay. See, you have to learn the art of I'm just done with it. You have to choose you over that person. Am I going to allow you to antagonize me and disrupt my disharmony in an effort to be cordial? Or am I going to totally excise you from my life and then give myself that peace? And when you figure out to interact with me on a way that is peaceful for both of us, then we can communicate. But if not, then I don't have to communicate with you. I'm not going to allow you to disrupt my harmony. And so a lot of people just need those doors shut behind them and move on. And all those guilt trips don't work because there's always legal ways to do parenting without you having to have that stress.
Yep.
And once you start getting the authorities in and they see the patterns, then people either start to act right or they completely disappear, but it doesn't disrupt your peace. I love the way the court system does it now, where you can make both parties have to go through this app. And so all communication is in there. It's no, oh, I emailed and I didn't get the email, or I didn't, or I deleted the email. Everything stays in there of record. So there's different ways you can do parenting time if that's your issue too, because I do feel like this is the weight of that person kind of using the kid to try to keep you connected.
But the one thing that Angie said that I would like to reiterate is you got to put you first. Yeah, and that's the thing is that so often, even in conversations, oh, I got to take care of my child, or because of this, my child. No, I totally get the fact that your child needs a father. I totally get the fact your child needs a relationship with his father or her father. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that in these situations, put you first. If you can't handle the mess that he's throwing your way, or you don't want to handle the mess, it's not about him or about the child. It's about you. So there are other ways to accommodate the need of the child and your needs in a way that does not put it in conflict with your health. And that's the key. So again, sometimes you do have to put yourself first, and that's the biggest part of the equation. And sometimes it's the most difficult for people to do because again, we're raised to not be selfish and not be thinking of ourselves. This isn't selfish. This isn't thinking of yourself. This is you preserving your health, you preserving your integrity, you preserving your psychological as well as physical health. I mean, it's insane
And
what.
she says that she's trying to set boundaries. It's one thing to set boundaries. Are you able to maintain those boundaries? You can draw the line in the sand repeatedly and they keep walking over it. Are you maintaining that boundary? Because if you're going to tell me no, but you're going to allow me to do it anyway, then your no means nothing. I'm going to keep walking over you because you keep letting me. You keep pulling the line back until I'm right in your face. You're not maintaining your boundary. So setting the boundary is one thing, but maintaining it is another. That's
Yes.
where you seem to be falling at, is you set the guidelines, but you give in. And sometimes it's, listen, my higher power had to tell me, I know you think you're being nice to this person, you're trying to help them out because they're in a need, but they're not learning their lesson. You're prolonging their lesson by stepping in. Allow them to get their karma, their lesson, or whatever it is, and stop trying to rescue them. You're stopping their progress. So if you really want this person to learn and to understand what's going on, you have to allow them to deal with the consequences of their actions and stop giving in. So once my guys put it to me like that, like, oh, you're keeping them from learning their lessons, it didn't hurt so bad when I had to step away. Okay, that's what you need to do, or that's the lesson they need to learn. I can stop coming in trying to rescue or be the amicable one. I'll allow you to get your licks, allow you to get your hurts and everything you need to, and then it'll make you a better person, or it'll at least make you a different person in this situation. You'll understand that I am not always going to be there for you to either harass, walk all over, or mistreat. You have to get yourself together. So look
Yep.
at it that way from that perspective, as in they're never going to learn if you don't allow them to get to deal with their consequences. And
Yep.
consequences may be going through the court. Oh, and she asked what the app is. The app is through Defender the court, so it's all through their system, so they can see everything that's being said back and forth, and what kind of communication is going on. So it's through the court. So I guess once if you were to set up like parenting time or something like that, you could go through that app and they could see everything that's in there. Because you can also communicate with like your aide or your case person through the court.
Yep. So start with you. Do the work on you to make sure that you are protecting yourself. And by protecting yourself, you're helping everybody else. I promise you. I promise you.
And remember, your actions set a tone for how your daughter sees you. If you have a daughter, remember she's learning how to be a woman through how she sees you be a woman.
Yep. 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 I saw a video today. I posted it on my Facebook page, my private Facebook page. So if anybody used my personal Facebook page, you saw it. But it was an amazing song I'd never heard. And it was being sung, I think it was on the Kelly Clarkson show or something. but it was Kelly Clarkson and I can't remember the other girl's name, Miranda something, maybe I don't know. Anyways, they
Miranda
were
Lambert?
no, not Miranda Lambert. But this woman, she wrote this song, and it was about what was it, confidence or something? It's like it's a self doubt or whatever. It's I forget what it is, and they address it as in and the whole song is about it, but it's phenomenal, and it's about like
Isn't that song where she sings, I don't need you to hold me, I don't need you to love me, and there's like a choir sometimes singing along with her? Because
no.
Kelly Clarkson released a new song late last year, two songs that
Hmm.
were very girl power.
And let me see if I can find it real quick because it's such a strong song, and
Those
it's
are
kind of
insecurities. Or is that
uh,
the song or are you just saying insecurity?
no, I think it's right. It's Insecurity. You're right. Yeah, and it's Kelly Clarkson, and I can't remember the girl who sings with her, but it is amazing song, and it's the words are so powerful, and it's how we invite insecurity in, and we let insecurity live rent free, and how we and it's kind of like you have to. It's like you have to excise insecurity, and how it's really an interesting song. It's a great song. If you have a chance, check it out. Kelly Clarkson and Insecurity. I think the girl who wrote it is actually singing it with her, but I can't remember it's a country singer's name. But she's phenomenal, and she wrote that song, and it is so strong. And she's one of the newer country singers. But
I
she's
love Kelly Clarkson's vocal range. Like I saw her on one of the award shows. She was like doing this um little segment of songs, and she went through every genre of music, and it was beautiful. I was like, oh my goodness. Somebody said Brandy Clark is a person
yeah, there
that
you go.
you're
Yeah,
talking about.
long brown hair.
One more thing, Harlem Bakery. While we were talking about everything, it came out the lovers and the nine of wands. So that means you're tired. Like this is a person who's been beat down, weary. They're back, and this card is basically telling you to be resilient. To hold on. You're almost there. But this is for me confirming that it has to do with a relationship because you're beat down in this relationship and you're tired, and it's making you weary, and you have to make a decision because this is a two, and it's also a choice that you have to make. So are you going to choose them or you and your daughter? Like who are you going to choose and how are you going to move forward with that? So good luck. But I feel like you're growing. You're just a little bit afraid to kind of pull the trigger, so to speak, or move forward or open that door. And so they're saying just go home with it. Don't worry about what's on the other side. Your prayers are being asked for. It's like you're praying for something and afraid to receive it. That's how they're
Mhm.
making it seem.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, so who's next, Don?
Who you drawn to?
There was somebody who said, "Can I please get a reading?" We hadn't heard their name in a while, so let me see. Mm. Oh, is that Courtney? Is that spelled Courtney?
I'm looking at the same. My thing is over the top of that same one. Look at that.
Okay.
Do 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 do. We were thinking the same because I'm like I'm drawn to this one, so I'm waiting. Oh my
Right,
gosh.
so are you here? That is so cute how you spell. Is it Courtney? But is that how it's supposed to be? That's so cute.
Angie, we may be psychic. I don't know.
We might be psychic.
Courtney, are you still here?
Also, Harlem, stop telling everybody. It's like you're giving somebody is getting information and it's going to both sides. And this is how that person knows so much about you because you're telling too many people, or whoever you think is your confidant is somebody who's going back and telling, or at least gossiping about your business. So stop telling everybody and do a few things in silence and see if it pans out easier for you than when you get everybody's opinion or try to have just kind of try to move in silence this time and see if it doesn't work out better for you.
Absolutely. Don't forget, folks, hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons, please. We would appreciate that very, very, very much. And as a reminder, let's play the commercial.
Courtney, are you?
And for Angie and those folks who have a birthday this week, next week, anytime this month, this is for you. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. And
I'm
since
gonna
it
give me
is
a tiara, so next time down we do the show, I'm gonna have a tiara.
exactly, and since it is your month, then this answer to this question is yes.
Mama, could it be me?
Okay,
We were
down.
talking about that today on another show. I was
Oh,
watching.
I heard them. Oh yeah, no, it was last night in class.
Was it last night? Okay, because we hadn't heard it in a while, and I'm like, yeah, yeah. I told him I would play it tonight. So no matter what, I was going to get it in now, just in case we forgot it. You know.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, Don. That's all
Oh,
my
the other one. You know which other one we haven't seen in a while, and I still it's one of my favorites too.
Do it. No, don't do it. No, 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 no.
Don, I said that so many times this weekend. Don't do it.
I still love that one. Well, it's funny. One time, Angie and I got together, and I told her I was after a show, I think, and I said, "Let's stick around and let's record some of these."
Oh,
And we remember we recorded a bunch of them, and I started putting them to these things. And I just thought it took me a while to find out the right.
that is
Find the
my
right.
favorite one of all times. I love it. Oh my goodness, I love it.
And we used to play that one a whole lot. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. And Lord help the child. I say it so much people online that I'll be on my post saying too, because I just be like, so I'll be serious too, because I'll be like, Lord, maybe I'm not understanding this. Help me to understand what is going on. Maybe I don't see it correctly. So it's crazy.
So I'm guessing Quartz did not stick around.
Okay, well, who's Myra Burgess has been asking too.
Okay, let's give Myra a reading. Myra.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson is there too. If you want to do him next after mine. Miss
Mhm.
Myra, what was your question? Did you just have a general?
Happy birthday to ya.
Wow, all of you seem to be on some kind of journey, and I wonder if it's. I hope you guys listen to the astrological forecast that Miss Bonnie gave today for this week, and so a lot of you may be in that energy, but everybody seems to be on a journey. And Miss Myra, they're telling me to tell you to slow down, like you're going too fast. They keep saying speed race or slow down. You're going too fast because you're just whipping through the city and you're missing the beauty of everything that you're supposed to be seeing. It's like you went on vacation and then you just whipped through everything so fast you didn't even have a chance to enjoy it. You didn't get to rest. You didn't get to do anything because you were just still busy about yourself and not enjoying your leisure time. So they're saying slow down for one. You're moving way too fast. Um, oh, she wants to know is her daughter having a girl or a boy?
I was just going to ask her what's up with her daughter. I was just going to ask her. You stole my thunder there, young lady.
There you go. So she
Oh
wants
my
to know
God.
what is her baby? What is she having? Wow, I hear boy. I don't know, but I hear boy, but I see pink. So that is she having twins?
I'm seeing pink hearts though. I'm seeing like bunches of pink hearts, and I don't know if that's like a Valentine thing or.
Right,
Um,
I heard boy, but I saw pink, so I'm like, is it a boy and a girl? So maybe it is the girl or the girl.
yeah, for some
I'm
reason,
just having I prefer boy, so maybe that's why I heard boy.
interesting. Yeah, and your daughter looks a lot like you. I get this really strong image of her looking a lot like you. She's a little taller than you, but and do you did it one time you both have the same hair color? Because I'm getting the impression that maybe your hair color is a little not quite. It's your choice of hair color. I'll put it that way. Oh my God, I thought.
She has a twin. Myra has a twin. Okay, because I'm like, I see a boy and a girl. Okay. Oh, twins running. Oh, what if? What if?
Yes,
My
yes, yes.
grandmother had twins, and then her none of her kids had twins, but then the next generation had twins.
That's what they say. They often skips a generation.
Yeah.
So
So
it's a
my grandmother
formula.
had twins, and then her grandkids started having twins. Yeah.
Now, my grandfather, it's interesting. My grandfather, I can't remember if it was Rumor or Simmons. I don't remember which it was. One of them was a twin. I think it was my grandfather, Rumor. And you know, what's interesting is none of his grandkids that I can recall had twins or was twins. And so it's like they broke the string. It's like somebody messed up. Somebody messed up. And so interesting.
Not two of them at once. No, no, no. They better depend on each other because I can't have two.
Mine came along when they were older. I didn't have to worry about the baby thing because I was not a baby person. I'm like, no, 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 no.
um. So okay. So you asked about your career. And when I heard the career, I got the notion that you're kind of like, and I don't know if you watch Abbott Elementary. You're kind of like the one lady who, gosh, what's her name? Oh my gosh, why can't I think of her name? The lady, the Dream Girls lady. Oh, what is her name? I cannot think of her name. And she just won like the Golden Globe or some kind of
Yes,
won a,
the Emmy. Yeah,
it, she's on
Shirley Ralph. Shirley Ralph.
right, yeah. Okay, so she's on Abbott Elementary, and she's this very she's an older teacher. She's very stern and set in her ways, and she likes things traditional. She doesn't like a lot of technology. So I feel like you're that strong person in your office, and you know a lot of things, and people come to you and ask a lot of questions. You're not necessarily mean, but you're kind of stern or strict with the information or with your explanation of everything. And I feel like you're either you don't understand how much people revere you. They may not show you a lot of appreciation like in income or salary like that, but they do revere you in the amount of information that you have there. And so you're feeling like the money seems to be coming slow, and that's why I said you're probably not making the money that you want to make there, or that you're getting the accolades that you want, because this is the slowest moving night in there, and so you're thinking about whether you want to go. And so maybe did they offer you a promotion and you turned it down? Because I'm getting the 4 cups and it's like you saying nope, I don't want that. That's what you're offering, but that's not what I'm taking. Or maybe they offered you a lateral position and you were like absolutely not, or something that had to do with more duties and less money and you were like no. So it seems to be you're turning something down and you're thinking about whether I should go somewhere else to make more money. I heard a yes, you could make more money somewhere else, and it'll give you a fresh start and a fresh attitude. Sometimes we just need to, we could do the same thing we were doing. We just need a different place to do it at, or in a different department, or to move along in our journey. So maybe you're just topped out in that department or that company, and you're ready to move on. But I'm getting a positive move forward on the career thing, yes, and that you could be making a lot more money than you're wanting to make. I keep hearing 90,000, like that's what you want to make, or you want to get somewhere around that six-figure salary, but I'm hearing 90s, 92, 97. And so it could be that you're just ready to move on. And the universe is saying, go ahead and do it, pull a trigger. Tell us what you want and we'll give it to you. A lot of times we'll say, I want more money, and then you'll get like $1,000 more. You'll get like a little bonus or a little something. And that's not what you meant. What you meant was, I want $10,000 more, but that's not what you said. I just want to make more money. No, I want to make $10,000 more or more than that. Like give the universe your, this is what I want, and then allow them to take you higher, or to give you that or take you higher. But if you don't give them anything, then that could be anything. Like Don always says, you could say I want to win the lottery, and then you go and buy a lottery ticket, you weren't specific, and you win $2. You did win the lottery. You have to be specific sometimes. And a lot of times it's like, oh, whatever the Lord wants for me. Well, no, it's not whatever the Lord wants for me all the time, because what if he want me to be a nun? I just can't do it. Lord, that's not my ministry. And so you have to give the your higher power something to work with, and to tell them, it's a co-creation. A lot of times we lay down our power and give away all of the magic that we have by saying, oh, just whatever the universe wants to give me. Nope, I'm very specific. I need you to know what I want, when I want it, how I want it, and we can work out the details of how it's going to happen. But you're always going to know what it is that I want, and that's your problem, is you're not saying what you want, what days you want to work, where do you want to work, how much money do you want, how much vacation do you want. Put that out there so that package can be given to you, and then that way you won't have to struggle so much with how you want to move forward. So that's what I got for you, Miss Myron.
Nice, nice. Shirley Ralph was she was in Designing Women at one point at the end of the
Oh,
run.
really?
Yeah, she was.
I remember her from Moesha. She was also on the show Moesha, the Brandy show.
Yeah, she dated Anthony on that show. Yeah, yep. For I guess for like 1 or 2 shows or 3 shows or something. She was on that show, and then also she was she actually had a disco hit, and called In the Evening, and so again she's been around that long.
Yeah, yeah, she's had a long, and her career is nice now, and she's really funny on Abbott Elementary too. But you
Yeah,
seem like that person who has that strong will when it comes to your processes and things that you organize and do for work. But
yeah.
you don't seem to have that strong will to put forth to tell the universe what you want.
Yep. Super. All righty
I
then.
hope it all works out for you. And let us know, one, if your daughter has twins, and then Don, you got a girl. I heard boy but saw pink. So that's both of us with a girl. And then someone else said twins, a boy and a girl. So let us know what happens. I'm so excited. When's the baby due? Like about what time? Oh.
LMT says that Shirley Ralph is Jamaican, and she's been
Yeah,
at this a long time. Love that she's having a moment. Yeah, she was in Sister Act too, the second Sister Act.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I like her. She's very good.
yeah, yeah. She got on the wrong side of Diana Ross by accident
Oh.
because of remember when she did Dreamgirls, Diana Ross was pissed because she thought that was about her, and so Shirley Ralph was one of the actresses, and so there you go.
All
Angie,
right.
you're on a roll tonight. Alexa said.
All right. Immediately when Alexa said, "Can I have a reading?" I saw her feet in cement blocks. Like she's being weighed down by something and she's having a hard time picking them up. But I feel like it was a sign that said wet cement and you stepped in any way thinking that it wouldn't happen. And now you have these heavy cement weights on your feet and you're upset and you're like, why is this taking why, like why did I do that? Like you knew it was the wrong decision to make, you did it anyway. And so now you're carrying these heavy wet cement blocks and you're unhappy with the load that you have to carry. But they're saying if you just kind of put your foot down hard enough, you'll break off the cement and you can shake your feet out of that or shake, like kind of shake the dust off and walk away from the whole situation. They're showing me that story in the Bible where it says, like, if they don't accept you in the town that you go to, shake your sandals off and then move on and leave that city and never come back. And so what they're saying is you stepped into the wet cement, you're carrying these cement block shoes or this weight that you've the consequence of doing something that you knew wasn't you should not have done, and then now you're wondering how to get out of it. And they're just like, put your foot down, like literally stand on your ones and twos, and then you'll drop the cement blocks off and you can move forward, and and you won't have this weight to carry. And it'll stop being so gloomy because it seems to be gloomy, like you're in like a rainy, cloudy day. Like it reminds me of a Seattle type area, like it's rainy and cloudy. And if you once you take the cement blocks off, then you step into the sunshine. And they show me the sun card. So success and achievement and travel and moving forward for you. But and freedom. Freedom is one of the things because on the sun card, it's a completely naked baby on the back of a horse or something like that. And so it's just freedom. You allow yourself to be weighed down by a decision that you made that you knew you shouldn't have made. And so now they're saying this is how you can move on by just kind of putting your foot down, making the decision to move forward and stepping into the sunshine and your achievement. So that's what I got.
Who are we reading? Oh, Alexa. Yeah, I read for her last week, and again, I was reading that she got into a new place, but she's like not there. She's there temporary. She won't be there permanently, and so don't get distressed. Don't get frustrated by it. Just know that this is a stepping stone because it's a necessity based
Oh,
on
that must be the decision that she made that she knew she wasn't happy with.
right. Yeah, it was a necessity.
Okay, you stepped into it and you did. Okay.
Yeah, and I told her it will soon pass. This is just what has to. It's what has to happen. It's kind of like it's part of the thing. But again, this is not permanent. This is only a
Do you
stepping.
have a dog, a little chocolate like poodle, or some kind of little dog that looks kind of like poodleish, like kind of that kind of hair, like that, a little dog like that? Because they're showing me a little chocolate dog, or a little, or even a lighter version of it. Have you had multiple dogs that have passed, or animals that have passed? Because like it's like someone's trying to comfort you, an animal is trying to comfort you. Oh, okay. Did the animal pass? Because it seems like this animal is trying to comfort you. Like, and this an animal that, like, I see you sitting on the couch, like maybe having some popcorn, and or something, and then the dog comes and gets in your lap and just lays across your lap, and you rub their backs. So yes, because they're very little lap dogs, and so they seem to be trying to comfort you because you seem a bit lonely. You seem to be like in a space where you're in, like even if you're not in your location by yourself, you seem to be rather lonely or rather feeling alone. in this situation. They're trying to comfort you in your time of need. So they want you to know that they are around and that they are trying to comfort you. Are you reminiscing on them? Because if you're not, then they're kind of like, I feel like maybe you found a chew toy or some kind of something that made you that reminds you of them, and you've been reminiscing on them. But either way, you're drawing their energy in, and they're trying to comfort you in the way that they used to then. Okay, yeah. They sense it because, well, look, if your dog's coming back from the beyond to comfort you, then they sense that you are very much having a hard time and you need some companionship, or you need some kind of somebody to communicate with. All the loneliness is not good for you. So you just need somebody to communicate with. So that's what I'm getting for you.
Super. Then who is next?
Oh, is that Johnny person in there?
Johnny, let me find it.
Jimmy Johnny or something like Johnny Johnny. If they're, oh wait, I don't know. Is that a fake name? I don't know what it is.
Jimmy Johnson?
Yeah, is that person still there? Did they ask for a reading?
Yeah. He said, can I please have one? Jimmy Johnson, are you still here? Jimmy Johnson. It's been reported you've been running wild from men and going wild.
And if Jimmy's not, is he there?
He's here.
Okay, cool. Because I was about to read that Crystal girl who was asking about moving. Okay, Jimmy. Did you have a general, Jimmy? What did you want? You seem to have a nice sense of humor. They're showing me you like being a jokester in the group, like kind of like they show you like you seem to be like a down home, like what they would say country boy. I don't know that because they showed me like somebody like in like a cowboy hat and like kind of chewing some hay and just kind of joking around, being the life of the party in a fun way. So I feel like that's what they're showing me is that that's who you used to be, and you're kind of losing that. You got lost in the hustle and bustle of life, or things that or the circumstances that are surrounding you, and you're kind of losing who you are, and you're not enjoying life as much as you used to, and you're wondering how you could get back on track. The spiritual journey seems to be a lot harder than you thought it would be. Like a lot of people, like you know how they used to tell you in our church, you accept the Lord Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, and then everything in your life changed. And then you'd be like, well, wait a minute, what is this supposed to do? And then after a couple of years, and they saw people was like, this ain't working, they started being like, oh, well, you'll get tested more, you'll get more strife, you'll get this. Well, why would I? Because if had you told me this in the beginning and I'd have read the fine print, I wouldn't have accepted him for all this extra strife. I quit. Listen, I'm a professional quitter. I ain't got time for that. So I feel like you are thinking that this spiritual journey or the things that you're going through is a little bit harder than you thought it would be. You thought it would be a little bit more of a breeze if you're a little bit more open spiritually, and you're finding out that dealing with your shadow parts or dealing with your hurts and pains is a little bit more painful, a little bit heavier than you thought it would be, but you're trying to battle through it the best way that you can. And did you just break up or have a relationship that ended? Because I feel a separation. They're showing me two people going two different ways and going through two different doors. So I feel like you just had a breakup too. And you're kind of like lacking your confidence. Like, did you just, are you going through like a financial struggle? And was that the reason for the breakup? Or is that has something to do with some kind of relationship interference? Because I feel like you're not feeling like yourself because you're not up to where you want to be career wise, or like your living situation isn't really what you want to be. Like, I feel like you have a lot of things that are piling on that you're dealing with that is keeping you from feeling like you're 100% self. Like they showed me like, you know how you have a battery, but they're showing it to me like the shape of a person, and yours is like at the halfway point, and then you're stuffed over because you're about to run out of juice, and you're about to like run out of energy and kind of give up. And they're saying no, you can be re-energized. You just have to look at it from a different perspective. You're seeing it from the wrong perspective. So yes, you did just have a breakup. um And so I feel like either you lost your job or you're losing the enjoyment you had from your job, and you're not even really sure what to do. Like, do I want to continue in this field? Do I want to do something else? What is it that makes me happy? You see, you're in a very, very heavy place right now. Your energy is very heavy, and you don't seem to know what to do. They're showing me the Two of Swords, but it doesn't feel Two of Swords to me. It feels like you really just don't know what to do. Not like you're not deciding what to do. You just don't really know what direction to do or what to grab onto or what community to get information from because you feel people are more judgy than helpful and nurturing to you in this situation. You feel like you've plateaued. And so they're saying you want something to be shaken up. Is there something about being a pilot? Were you ever thinking about being a pilot? Because they're showing me like a cockpit or something like that. Or were you in the military? Because they're showing me some kind of like airplane, like cockpit or something like that. So, or were you wanting to be a pilot or get back into it? Because they're showing me something like that. I'm asking what is it that you can do to shake this off and to move forward, and they keep showing me a perspective change. And so for me, that seems like maybe you need to grab onto it like an affirmation because that's what changes your mind. That's what changes your mindset. Even if you move forward and you're still in this mindset, you're gonna keep stumbling because it's the mental that you need to change, the mental that you need to redo. So maybe like affirmations or listening to some kind of positive motivation stuff that'll help you a lot. It's becoming very draining, like you don't want to do it. Okay. Thinking of switching to another job eventually. So yeah, I do see you contemplating something, but you don't know what to do. Oh, so wait, you're saying that you were a pilot and you didn't like it because it was draining? Oh, there was a separation. Okay. And then career wise, I feel like I plateaued. Yes, it turned into something else. I thought it would be. But were you ever trying to be a pilot? Because, or maybe it's you piloting your career. But they're showing me a cockpit and everything is grayed out. For me, when everything is grayed out, it's because you need to make decisions. And as you make the decisions, those things will be colored in, but it's how you decide your future. So you're at a place right now where it's kind of like a fork in a road and you decide which road you want to take. But they're saying all of them could lead to your happiness if you make your decision from a heart space and not from a need to. Like this is a season where it seems to be your desire, your wants over your needs. Like, what is it that would make me happy? If I could wake up tomorrow and do whatever it is I wanted to do, what would make me happy? And then I could tie that to money. So that's what you need to do. Figure out what makes you happy, and then decide how you want to move forward with that. And so I said I want to heal people. Well, there's a lot of different ways you can heal people. You could become a doctor, you could become a nurse, you could become a therapist, you could become a teacher, you could do massage therapy, you could do this. Like tarot is the way that I'm deciding to do it and trying to help people and heal people. You could have a show, you could do a podcast. There's so many different ways you could do things for healing. So you got to one decide what it is that you want to do and that will bring you joy, and then all of the avenues that you can do that, and then which one is more appealing to you, and then ask your higher power to help you sort through and to move through and to pick the thing that you want to do. So that's what I got for you. Probably in my career, definitely. Okay. So definitely, I see you moving forward, but you got to decide what is that heart space for you. Like that heart chakra is where you need to work on, and on what brings you joy. And so that's how you move forward. Your money seems to be tied to your joy. If you don't like it, you don't seem to be very much um, motivated to do whatever it is with any passion. So that's what I got for you, Jimmy.
Then the first thing that came to me when his name popped up, and when you decided that that was the person, was I got tired. I just feel like he's very tired. It's like very worn down. The energy has just been depleted, and I feel like part of his quandary is like, how do I get it back? How do I get back that energy I once had? And alleviate his fear, Jimmy, it's not about your age. Your age has nothing to do with what you're feeling now. What you're feeling now is something going on again with the amount of 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 power you've given away. You've given away so much power to other people and other things that you don't seem to be able to have enough for yourself anymore. I don't think you're comfortable with that. I think you're very uncomfortable with that because at one point you were very strong and independent, and now you find out you're just not that person. And it's not a comfortable feeling. So the one thing that I get is for sure that you need to find that inner.
He
Inner.
says he's a nurse.
Say what?
He says he's a nurse too.
Mm-hmm. So you got to find that inner core again. You got to find that determination and say, you know what, you got to take it back. You got to take it back. Take back your power. Take back your strength. Take back your energy, and make sure that you are indeed, that person that you once were. That person who is not your age. No, it's not your age. It really isn't. It is there. And if I were you, to prove that, I would go buy some moringa. I talk about moringa often. I live for moringa. It works well for me, and it brings me energy. But it's not. That's not the energy that you're exhausted from. You're exhausted from the fact that, again, you've been zapped. And part, it's like you work with energy vampires. Some of the energy people around you, they suck the energy out of you. They take it away from you because and that's what they do. And so part of it's protecting yourself, but part of it is you getting back that independent, strong-willed, very happy, very affable person. I mean, at one time you used to have a sharp wit. You used to be able to cut people to the core with your wit, and they would be rolling in the aisles. And then over time, you just kind of pulled in, and you closed the shell, and you put yourself in this little binded because you wanted to fit a look or a category, or you had to do this because this is what expected of people in my career, whatever. Bullshit. You need to be you, and then your career is different from you. In your personal private life, you need to be you. You need to be comfortable with you. So get back to that. Get back to that. Get back to
And
that.
there's so many different ways you can do nursing. You could do it in a hospital. You could do it in a private office. You could do chart reviews. You could teach. You could mentor other people. Like there's so many different ways you could go into doing nursing where you're not doing whatever you're doing, or you can like if maybe you're working with adults or like in the ER, maybe you could go to a children's floor. You could go to like a terminally ill floor. Like sometimes people find joy in helping people cross over to their final resting place, or sometimes people find joy in working with children, and you need that youth to make you feel younger. Like a lot of times, just being around a younger group. When we went to Houston, there was two segments of people that were the ages were 30 to 60. There was a group that was like in their 30s, like 30 to 35, maybe 30 to 40 group, and then there was another group that was in their like 45 to 60 group, and I was right in the middle. And so sometimes I would be with the younger ones, and I would be like, oh, this is beyond me. Like I did this stage 10, 20 years ago. I'm over this part of it. And then sometimes the other stuff they were doing was a little bit too old for me. So I needed that middle ground. But I ended up enjoying both sides when I went out. So I got a little bit of everything. And so you got to find that middle ground on what keeps you useful, or what puts you into that mindset of having a good time. And it may just be that you need to travel and get out and do some stuff. Get out in nature for one, literally. I love going out and walk. That sunshine gives me all of that good vitamin D, and gives me just brightens my mood every time. And so all these days that we've having gloomy weather, it's really not the best for me because I can't get out and walk, or it doesn't have the same effect. But just get outside in nature and absorb that. Like when people used to be like, oh, to go outside and walk barefoot or hug a tree, I used to be like, oh, that's kind of that that woo woo frilly stuff. But going outside and doing my walking now, I totally get it. I totally get it. Nature does rejuvenate you and give you that sense of freedom and grounding that you need. So maybe that's what you also need. Just a different set of people to be around. And that doesn't mean you have to get rid of everybody in your past. You just need to meet some new people who excite you on a different level.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
Oh, great. Kelly Dick says she learned a pendulum from us.
hopefully we have given you some food for thought. Again, know that you again, the what you're going through is reversible, and it's reversible not from drugs or from anything else. It's reversible from you taking control and doing things differently, and that's how I see it. So it's time to get moving, get your body moving, get your mind moving, get back to who you were, find that you again. Okay.
Exactly.
Who is next? Let me
Let's see.
see.
We did Alexa. We did Jimmy John. Who's Jessica Henson? She said she would love a reading. And I don't think I've ever seen her name.
What's the name?
Hey, Jessica Henson. She's right under Jim. She's right in between our conversation with Jimmy Johnson.
Jessica, are you still here? Oh, I see her. Mhm.
You're welcome, Jimmy. I hope that helps. And come back here often, or just listen. I tell people all the time. I come on all the other people, like, because we're on Sunday through Friday. Somebody's on every single day except for Saturday. I come and listen to the rest of them while they're on because it's just the joy and the energy and the positivity and the conversation and the support that you get. And so I just love being in the energy of it. And sometimes it just pulls me up and helps me to get through my day. So try that. And then sometimes I go back and listen to our old ones and it gives me something, to listen to. And it's funny to me. So sometimes you just need to find whatever it is that pulls you out of your mood. I know when I need comedy. I know when I need cake. I know when I need drinks. I know when I need to get out and be around people. I know when I need nature. So I know I'm that in tune with myself and the things that I'm going through that I've learned what helps me cope. And if I need to find something else that is more positive, that'll bring me along, even the affirmations and everything like that. So you decide what it is you need to do and try different things to get you out of what it's sort of a mindset that you in. But it's gonna have to be a mindset change. Otherwise, you're just gonna keep going through this cycle of highs and lows over and over again. And you could change jobs, but if that mindset hasn't changed to match, then you're just gonna be in a new job and still unhappy. All right, Jessica. Oh, Jessica. Oh, she didn't say general or specific. Jessica, do you want general specific? Do you have a question? What is it that you want to know? I immediately heard meet me at the altar in your white dress. Are you hoping that somebody's going to propose to you, or did somebody just propose to you and you're ready to get married? Because I hear jagged edge, let's get married. But specifically part, meet me at the altar. So either you're hoping somebody proposes to you, or somebody just proposed to you, and you're unsure about it. But it's something about a wedding and getting to the altar. I don't feel overall joy. Like I don't get a big hurt and a big like warm, giggly, gushy feeling like you would get if somebody was ready to get married. So it seems to be a little bit heaviness or weight to this proposal or this potential marriage proposal or this relationship. It just doesn't feel overall joyous. It feels heavy. And the card I got was the Page of Wands, which is exploration, and you wanting and you receiving new information, getting new energy. Oh, your boyfriend did. Are you having a second thought about whether you want to do it? Because I don't get an overall excitement like, oh my gosh, I got to plan my wedding. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, I got to plan my wedding. So I don't get an overall joy to it. Or maybe you're like, do I really want to do this? This is the person. Listen, don't turn red flags pink, because whatever is bothering you now, if you're not going to get counseling about it or you're not going to talk through it, it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're going to turn those red flags pink, and then you're going to see rage. And it's good, and it's not going to be a good thing. So you either need to deal with whatever the issue is now, or decide that you don't want to do move forward. So don't feel pressure to be into it, because I'm feeling very, very pressured, like they're stacking books on top of a shelf and it's about to break. So you don't seem overall very happy about it. Things have been rocky and a bit boy. Okay. All right. So it doesn't feel like you're really positive about it. And so either you two need to go together to couples therapy, or you at least need to discuss it. I don't feel like you've talked about the elephant in the room. It's like you just keep walking around it. And it seems to be something on his part that is displeasing to you. And it be money matters, like he's not as good at handling money as you do. Because when I said it seems to be something on his part that you do, I heard money matters. So is he's not very good? Is he like very wasteful with his money, or does he not make as much money as you do? Because it seems to be an issue with income or money that is bothering you in this situation. And although you do want to be married, you're just not sure about this situation. And the advice that I would give you, that spirit is telling me to give you, is to wait and be sure. You seem to be very much concentrating on your money too. Oh, get our own place together. So you're working on getting back together, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles came up, and for me, that's a nurturing person who is trying to figure out how to get money she's a leader and she runs her household, but she's also very much trying to gather abundance and get more money. So either both of you are going through a financial situation or one of you are, and it's an extra burden for the other person. You just aren't really excited about it. But talk through the situation as best you can, and try to figure out how to move forward. But I get a heaviness to it, and you may need to actually go to a couples therapist in order to see what to do. So that's what I got for you, Miss Jessica.
Jessica.
It's heavy energy, Don, very heavy. Exactly. That's how they showed it to me, definitely. An elephant in the room and you going around it instead of talking about it. And the issue was with him, and then they showed me money.
One card says it all. You got to move on. You got to move on. If you keep thinking it's going to get better, I got news for you. It's not. And the cup is getting fuller and fuller. The mess is getting deeper and deeper. And you know what you had to do. You're struggling internally with the decision yourself, but you knew what that decision is. You didn't want to. You're kind of hoping that you don't need to go there. But no, it's time for you to start anew. It's time for you to start anew. It's time for you to. It's time for you to bring closure.
And you know what? He seems more like a third child than another responsible adult, because I feel like you're nagging and nagging and nagging, and you just feel like I don't have the adult support that I need. I just feel like I have another weight that I have to carry. And this separation seems to be giving you a little bit more peace, because you're saying now that you're saving all this money, and I'm thinking that you really, really, really can do better by yourself. And sometimes the separation allows growth. So maybe he'll grow as he sees you moving on without him. But be sure before you say yes or I do, because it's real easy to get into, but it can be a heck of a lot to get out of.
Yeah, and he's very childlike in many ways. These are all 3 pages. I mean, yes.
Oh my gosh, I got the page of wands too down. That
Yeah,
was my very first card.
yeah, yeah. It's just that this is a man he's a man child, and this is not a healthy. It's not a healthy environment, and it's not healthy for you. And you can only cover it up for so long, and then
Oh
you
my gosh, down 3 pages, 3 children. She has two real children, and he's the third child.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, you're
You're
gonna come to that.
tired. She says she's tired. You're tired from the emotional weight of it all. If you would really just close that door and move, like have that honest conversation. Look, these are the problems that I'm having. You're an extra weight to me. You're disrupting my peace. I'm going to move forward without you. Like you can do whatever you want to do. This is the direction that I'm going without you. And if you get yourself together before I meet somebody else, or while I'm on my journey and I'm still interested in you, then we can try to talk about it. But right now, you need the strict separate 2 10s, Don, 2 heavy 10s. Oh, two of the
It's been
heavy.
a lot of work and a lot of pain. It's time to bring it to an end. It's prime time to bring the work and pain to an end. Get back on your path. This is your path card. Get back on your path. You are not.
Does his family feel like you're a goody two shoes, or you think that you're better than him? Because when Don showed me both of those 10s and I saw the backstabbing, I feel like his family thinks that you think that you're better than him, or you're better than their family. And you know what I'm saying? It's not that you're better or worse. Maybe you're just more responsible, and you're not for somebody who enables somebody to just continue to be a mess up.
Yes, and this is not an easy thing to do and not an easy decision to make. But again, the anxiety that you bring with you, I mean, your children can sense this. Your children will sense this. Your children will. They may not know what exactly is going on, but they can feel the energies. Remember, we are taught as young people to not pay attention to that make believe friend who is actually your spirit guide. We're told to not cannot feel all these things. But as a mother, you knew that when your child hugged you, when you hugged your child could feel your energy, you could feel theirs. And so again, know these children, the children feel it, the children know it. You may think that they may not know exactly what the energy is coming from, but they know that it is not a comfortable feeling, and they understand that, and they'll react accordingly. You don't, You don't need that. You don't need that. So
Oh, she says she has 3 kids. Okay. Because I saw 3 kids. I'm like, it feels like 3 kids, but he still seems very immature in his energy. And
yeah.
oh, that was the other thing. Your children watch who you are. So they're becoming the lady that you're showing them to be. So do you want them to always be stressed and uptight and just kind of unstable emotionally, or do you want them to see you push through? Like Don tells me all the time when I talk about how independent Brandon is, he'll say, "Oh, well, look who he watched do it." And so you forget how hard you work to make them who they are, and then you're surprised that, oh my gosh, this is who they are. So are you making them into this person that you are, or the person, you know what I'm saying? Who do you want them to be as they grow up, and who do you want them to see? And mom who is fighting with their dad and going with these emotional situations, or someone who is strong and powered through and change her circumstances for her own self worth and her own healing. Yeah.
Well, again, you have the ultimate decision. It's in your hands. But you asked us for what was going on. We kind of gave you what the feeling was, and even without you prompting us about the situation, we got
Yeah.
it.
It
So
was
if your
so
energy,
heavy
if we can bring
immediately.
up that, if we can connect to that energy from this distance, you know that you know what you need to do. So
And stop thinking that your parents don't know what they're talking about. They do. They want the best for you. Like I know sometimes it's hard to hear, but listen to the things that they're trying to do for you. They seem to be trying to stabilize you, get you back on track, get you, but they're also a little bit fearful that you are going to go back to this person. And so as much as they want to, set you up and get you on your own, they're also feeling like you're why if you're going to go back to this person and just he's going to take away all the gains that we've helped you to get. Yeah.
just be strong and resolute.
And go
You
to
know.
therapy because you need it too. Domestic violence therapy, you need it too. You need to talk to people who've been in your situation and know how to move forward. So definitely look up a local chapter of listen, a lot of times it's just finding your tribe, people who understand your situation and who can help you to move forward, can pull you forward in ways that you would not have even known about or imagined or knew to look into. We were talking about that last night down in class where it was ironic that everybody in my group was talking about investing and how it each came about for each one of us to think about the investing. And then we each shared information. Angels gave us her investment person's information for us to contact them. But we were all on that same wavelength. And it's just how we're pulling each other forward and we're all on the same thing positively. I like that we were all in the same energy, but it was a positive thing that we're. So just find your tribe and people that are on the same, that can help you to exhale, who know what you're going through and can help you to move forward, not people who just sit and wallow in it with you and just feed into your negativity or your insecurities. Find some people that'll help you to elevate out of it.
Yeah, you're not alone. You're never alone, even though you may think you are. You're never alone.
Yeah. That's funny. I heard this lady. I was listening to that Soul Life pod or Next Level Soul podcast, and he has a lot of people on there who's channeled or the near death experiences, and that's what they were saying. You're never alone. Every time they had a near death experience, or every time they channeled, they were reminded, or that was one of the messages that they got. You're never alone. We're always somebody here, whether you are connecting with that person or recognizing that they're there. You're never alone. There is someone spiritually there with you all the time. All right, Don, who's next?
Yeah.
This is good energy. I like y'all. Are y'all like share? Listen, Don needs 20 more or so subscribers to get 1,000. Come on, people. Go ahead and get the
Yes.
subscribe.
Thank you for reminding me. Yes, please. If you are on Facebook, please go over to YouTube and click this button and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it very much. Trying to get
Let me tell y'all something. Me and
28.
Don do this every week. I added up all the hours that we did last year. We were at over 200 free hours of readings and just things that we're giving you. And all we're asking you for is a like, share, comment, or subscribe. Like, let somebody else know so that, they could join in and get the same thing you're getting. But we did over 200 hours of live last year, Don.
That's a lot. Yeah, and it
Yeah.
happens. You don't even know. You don't even. while you're doing it, you don't know how long it is. It's just there. It's
And
kind of
it's
interesting.
fun. Like some of the times, we were on some of these for 4 hours, some of them, and I love it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, so
So
who
yeah,
we got?
please hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons. And again, if you are not on YouTube yet, please do me the favor and go to YouTube and subscribe. Please. Thank you very, very much.
Jessica, one last thing. I see you allowing this situation to tear your wings off. It's like you're a fairy. Like I can't tell if you're a fairy or a dragon or a butterfly, but what this person is like a devil, like on your back. Like they're showing me the devil card, and this person is literally ripping your wings off and taking away your power to fly, to soar. So they're literally ripping your wings off, kind of like on Maleficent. And so this is that situation or this person or whatever these emotions is just kind of tearing you apart. All right, so let's see who we got next on. Brittany Kittle, who is that? She asked for a reading.
Jessica, are you in like that's not important. I just thinking you're in the South, like Oklahoma, Arkansas, somewhere in that range. I just wonder if that's where you were. Brittany Kittle. Let me find Brittany Kittle. Brittany, specific or general reading? Let us know. Also, Vladimir. After that, Vladimir Josu. I don't recognize that one. That'd be nice to him. So Vladimir, stick around, and you'll be next.
I wonder if he changes his name because I feel like somebody else is on here with a weird name like that, and maybe he changes his name.
Well, it's interesting because I knew of somebody who was Josu, but that was in life, and that was her name, Josu, and I thought, how interesting.
Who did we say? Did they ever?
Kittle,
Yeah, Brittany
Brittany
Kittle.
Kittle.
Are you still here? If not, then we'll go to Vladimir. I like saying that name, Vladimir. It sounds so powerful.
Dracula, right? Count Vlad.
Okay, Brittany's here. So immediately, Brittany, the card that fell out you was the Seven of Cups, which seems to be a lot of choices, a lot of things, a lot of options for you. That was the first thing that came out. Like you have a lot of you have decisions to make, and there's a lot of options. But be careful of their telling you because some of them could be like some of those are good things, and some of them are not so great things, or some of those things that could cause you some issues down the line. So be very mindful of what you're doing. Like they're telling me to make sure you dot your I's, cross your T's, and that you read the fine print on everything in relationships and situations, in jobs, and whatever you're doing. Every decision that you make sure you make carefully and not in haste. Because they're showing me the Knight of Swords and they're showing me an X through it. Like, don't make your decisions in haste. Make sure you are getting the right information. And what came up was the Fool card, like you just stepping out on a new journey, and you're not, and you have the tendency, or you could be in that energy of just going in like la da da. I don't see, I don't care. This is my new journey, and they don't want you to do that because the next card for you is success and achievement if you make the right decisions and you follow the path of that leads to joy for you. Again, the heart, what makes you happy, and how will that joy come? That doesn't necessarily mean you don't concentrate on the money. This amount of money would be joy for me doing this job at this time, at this place, with these people. So these are the things that you could ask for. And so what they're showing me is to be careful in your decision making and make sure you're making the right choices in all situations in life. They're not showing me anything specific, but if you make the wrong decisions, then and you like don't kind of think about it, then you're going to be a little bit off center. And yes, Dawn, those are the cards that I'm using. Yeah, so be mindful of the decisions that you make. And that's kind of all I got, is that you have a lot of options, and to be mindful of the decisions that you make because they are going to have long-term consequences if you make the wrong decision. So it's just all the options, and be careful of the options. It doesn't seem like you're having a shortage of opportunities come your way. Just make the right decisions based on what makes you happy, you over the next person. So don't lay down your power.
Brittany, the thing that I'm getting for you, that I'm picking up for you, is the. Oh, by the way, again, this is the deck Angie's using, so you know what kind of deck it is. Um, um, For me tonight, I'm using the Dream Tarot deck, and I'll pop that up in a minute. But Brittany, the only thing I'm getting, Brittany, what I'm getting for you is it's time to move on. You kind of got yourself stuck in grief. You got yourself stuck in like just a very miserable place for a while, and it's time for you to shake it off and to step forward, get out of your grief, get out of your head, get out of your heart, and start moving forward. You have a child. I'm picking up child energy, and that child, the child wants and needs, somebody who is kind of moving forward. Okay, so you've created the situations. You've been part of situations again that have not been the most healthy for you, and yeah, we know that. Who cares? Move on. But that's the thing, is that you have got to now move forward, and you've got to set the standard and say, you know what, I'm moving on to a better place, a happier place, a time where I'm now more in control of my destiny and not letting the situation around me do that. So again, I think it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to put on your big girl pants, pull them up tight, start moving forward, start doing the things you need to do to make sure that as a mother and as a provider, that you are doing all you can do for that child. And because it's time, it's time. And again, you've gone through it. You've done the stuff, all the different things, and you had dealt with the grief from the passing and that kind of stuff of the girl, the child's father, because I feel the passing. And so it's time to move on. You've done what you needed to do, and people can already appreciate and respect it. So now it's time for you to make the rough decisions. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So put on the big girl
That
pants
is true.
and let's
Like
get
we're
to it.
saying,
Let's
you're
get
in a
let's get to it.
situation now. Yeah, she's saying she's in a situation now, and they're saying, okay, this is your chance to make better decisions and not go in with foolish, immature energy where you're not paying attention. And then you can have success and achievement. Just because you're having the situation you have doesn't mean that you don't still have a bright future. Lots of people come back from that. It's all in the decisions that you make to move forward. So that's what I got. So I hope that helps, Brittany. And remember, you don't want your child to repeat the mistakes that you're going through or the decisions that you made. You want better for your child. You want your child to see you doing positive things to overcome obstacles so that they can do the same thing and you can teach them to have the same strength that you do. So Vladimir, what is your question? Is it specific or general? But I can try to get into your energy right now. Uh-oh. What'd you guys do to Don? He had to leave the room completely. That's a bad juju. Let's see what Don is doing. But Vladimir, I'm going to go ahead and try to get in your energy until Don gets back. And then let's see what you got going on. Everything under the sun. Let me see what that means. Is there an inheritance coming to you? Did someone just pass and leave your inheritance? Because I heard everything under the sun. And the last time I heard that, it had to do with somebody's passing and them getting money back. So, did someone in your life just recently pass and you're inheriting something, or are you thinking about an inheritance or something that you're supposed to get? Because I feel like this is something that has been given to you, and they're saying everything under the sun. So like somebody left you everything that they have, or they're going to leave you everything they're having, and you're sitting in the sadness of it. Not sure if there's an inheritance. I do feel like there is, because I heard everything under the sun. And again, the last time I heard everything under the sun, it was somebody that was a reading of their will, everything under the sun and everything above the earth. And so that means that everything I have that is tangible. So for me, um, this is an inheritance that is due you, or that you're waiting on. Let me see what else I got. Like, do you have paperwork or documents or something? Because they're saying, did you go through everything? Like, I feel like there's something, some documents or some paperwork or something that will be revealed that something was left to you. They're showing me like the house from Charms, so it could be property that was left to you that you don't know about. So I do feel like something is being given to you. And then I feel like you've been in a very maybe you've been in like some chaos or some drama or things have been a little bit busy for you, and they're taking you to tranquility, like in a mental space of tranquility, because this is a Six of Swords. Swords is air energy. It's sixes are overcoming from whatever the defeat or the loss or whatever went on with the five or the chaos or the conflict from the five. So you're now in the six and you're moving on to tranquil. You're going on. The waters seem to be slowing down, so you are moving on to a place where things are a little bit more steady and stable. And then I got the Ace of Pentacles, which is new beginnings. And these are new beginnings in blessings in money matters or career or finance or something like that. So I do feel like there's some new opportunities that are being given to you. Remember, this is the hand of the universe or the hand of God sending this thing to you. And this is you getting uh, that new start or that new opportunity from the universe. So that's what's going on. They passed away very recently. Uh, yeah, so whoever it is, I feel like they left something for you and you haven't gone through all the stuff or whatever it was, or maybe you'll be given something, but if there is something that is a bit valuable in there, and not necessarily just a personal keepsake, heartache, heartfelt thing, it seems to be something that is monetarily valuable to you, and that will help you to, I don't know what way it'll help you in. Um, are you trying to open like a facility where you take care of people? Like maybe you'll have like a group home or something like that? Because they're showing me a house, but they're showing me you transforming. Like say you are here at a house, they're showing me you transforming it like into maybe a group home or a place where people could do and come and do like rehabilitative care. So is that kind of something that you're into, like CNA or some kind of recovery or some kind of house that you would have where people will come and stay and get therapy or treatment or whatever it is that they need in that. Okay, so I see that they're showing me the house and they're showing me you transforming it into something that has multiple rooms and multiple people come and stay there, and you make money from doing this job, sort of like a group home or something. Like, are you wanting to like mentor boys or youth or something in that way? Because I see you being the person who's running this house or yeah, running the house. You transform this house from like something that is kind of broken down, and then you get the money or you get the resources to kind of build it up and turn it into what you want, and then it becomes your new money making opportunity. So I feel like that's what you're being given. Like whoever this person is that passed left you this thing that is going to help you to further whatever dream it is. You just got to mentally see yourself doing it. Like I know that I want to do this full time. I never take that away. I don't exactly know how to make that come about, but I know that my guides are working on it behind the scenes. So I don't worry about the how. I just keep telling them that this is what I want. So if that's what you want, you need to let your higher power know and let them worry about the how, and then everything will fall in line to you. So I feel like that's what that new opportunity is. Maybe you opening that group home or doing some kind of care in a facility that you own or that you run. So that's what I got for you.
Sorry about that. I popped the system just froze on me for a while, and I don't know what happened. So
Okay.
I'm back. Anyway, um, yeah. The only thing I don't know what we're on Vlad, right?
Uh huh.
Yeah. The only thing that I was picking up for Vlad is a crossing over, and I just felt like somebody had crossed over, and um, that there's been some. It's not really. I don't know. I just don't think there was closure there, and so I'm getting the feeling of this feeling of not so much need for, I guess closure, maybe not the right word, but I just don't think that. Well, maybe closure. I don't know. There's just this feeling of things undone.
Yeah,
Things
you said
undone.
someone just recently passed.
Yeah. So it was, yeah, father figure, of course. Yeah. No. And I feel that, yeah, and I just feel you feel a little bit lost. Not that they were, not that they kind of kept you in on the path, but I just feel like you just feel like, again, you feel the loss in a way that is much deeper than you anticipated, and it's having a bit of an effect on you. I'm saying go with it. I'm saying go with it and allow yourself to have that emotion. Allow yourself to deal with it. To have that that unhappiness, that sadness, that discomfort. Allow yourself to have that. Not a lot of people do. A lot of people try to put a barrier up and not deal with it. And I'm thinking you need to. I think you just need to let it out. You need to express it. If you're not comfortable doing it where you are, maybe go drive off into the countryside or something. Get out of the car and just have a shout. Just yell loud and then fuss at the world and say, how did you let this happen? Why did you let this happen? Just get mad and let yourself vent. Let yourself have the emotional outburst. If you need to cry, do that too. If you need to punch something, take something that you can punch if you need to, whatever you need to do. But I do think you need to vent this. This is not a healthy energy. This is an energy that needs to be released. And if you keep it bottled up in you, I don't think it's going to be a positive thing for down the road. I think you need to let it go and express it. And I think that you need to not be afraid to express it, because again, I get the feeling that part of you is dealing with the cultural thing that says, we don't have feelings. We can't emote. Bullshit. Do it. Allow yourself to do it, because I think the alternative is not good. So there you go. That's what I'm getting.
Exactly. We got the same thing down because I got the deceased person, and I think that they're leaving him some money or something, or there's some kind of inheritance. Because I heard everything under the sun. Isn't that something that they say, like when they're reading wills, under the sun and beyond the earth or something like that? Somebody just had their will read, and that's the way that they describe inheritance.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
So who's next one?
It's heavy. It's heavy, Vladimir. It's heavy, but you got to stop carrying it though. That's the thing is you got to let it go. You got to stop carrying it because it can be dangerous. So, so let's do Orlando Jumbo. I've not seen that name before.
Okay, Orlando. May I have a reading as possible?
Orlando, is it general or specific?
Exactly.
Orlando, are you still here? Maybe he didn't get out that quick. I don't know.
Probably because I really did have a good message for him.
Yeah. Orlando, you couldn't wait or what? Come on, Orlando, if you're here still, if you are still here, let us know, general or specific. If not, we'll move on to Haley O'Brien. Haley, since you just popped up, are you still here?
Raya, we're not going to tell you if somebody's going to come back. We're not doing love readings. That was this morning with Bonnie and Miss Julie. She does love readings. Okay, Haley's here.
Haley, is it general or specific? And if it's specific, please give us the question, not just say specific.
Remember when people it's right specific, we used to be like, we're psychic, but come on now.
Exactly.
Be out just a little bit. Stay with me and I will bless you.
We figured so much, Raya, or whatever it is. We figured so much.
Yeah, we're not doing a love reading, Raya.
Ask them. Ask them if they're coming back. I said, ask them, Raya, ask them. They'll tell you. Anything she's needing to hear, Haley says. Haley, are you having a problem with your back? Because as soon as I mentioned your name, I'm sort of feeling something with my back. And I don't have a problem with my back, generally speaking. So I don't know where that's coming from. Are you having a problem with your back, Haley? And if you're not, then I would suggest I would strongly suggest that you be careful of what you do over the next few weeks in reference to lifting, to pulling, to tugging, to anything that puts your back to use. Because I'm really feeling something that is strange. That again, it was not until I felt you, until I connected to your energy. So, if you're not having a back issue right now, I would strongly suggest that you be careful about when you go to pick up something or someone, when you're shifting something as you're getting into a car, getting out of the car, there's just something I'm being pulled to a back issue, and it's like, again, lower middle back area, somewhere in that space, not up top, but more in the lower back. So, and that usually is something about again, a pull or a slight turn or something. I don't know. So be careful. That's what I'm getting. What do you have, Angie?
I immediately got the three of swords. So I feel like you're going through a painful breakup or separation or some kind of emotional pain. And then when I said tell me more about the emotional pain, I got the King of Cups because I feel like you're wondering if you should forgive this person or if you should give this person another chance. And you know the answer to that. You're just a little bit lonely or heartbroken is the word they're using. You're really heartbroken about it and you're wondering, and this person knows all the right words to say and whisper in your ear and how to say it and how to make you get the reaction that they want, but you know that this person may not be the best for you or may even be stifling your dreams a little bit because they're showing me this person like blowing smoke in your face. And so it is sort of going up your butt. So this is either a person who is like smoke and mirrors, is not who true they who they are truly, like who they're saying they are, they're not that person. And so you need to be mindful of that and just go ahead and move on and just disconnect from this person. If it's not a romantic relationship, it could be a work relationship. This also came out. This is the second time that the two of wow, the two of wands came out. So there's planning. Are you planning to move away, to walk away, to do something? There's planning. There's anticipation of something that is to come. This feels like a good thing. It doesn't feel like the energy of this brokenheartedness and this. Should I forgive? Should I move on? Should I stay or should I go? It seems more of a planning of something that you're looking forward to, some aspirations that you have, and some dreams that you want to accomplish. And they're telling me that you need to go ahead and keep planning for that. Keep like, I see you like writing stuff down, like making lists. I need to do this and I need to do that. So I feel like maybe you're trying to relocate and get away from somebody or something in order to get a fresh start or in order to like, just kind of get a clear head and a clear mind because you feel like there's a lot of chaos around you. And so your plan is to move on because this person is holding the world in their hands. And so it feels like you can move on. And you're kind of getting to that Queen of Swords type of energy, which they say is like the queen, the bitchy queen, the one who like can cut through all the BS and get down to the root of it. And so you're kind of going into that. You're leaving this King of Cups energy that, oh, should I forgive? Should I move on? And you're going into that Queen of Swords energy where look, I need to protect me, my peace, and my power at all costs. And so I'm moving on. So I'm planning to move forward and to get out of this situation. Is how I feel for you. And they're saying, yes, to be closer to my parents. So it seems like it's a good thing and you should go ahead and move forward with it. I'm getting that there, and actually I got the Knight of Wands, so there's a passionate new beginning, or there's like a lot of passion in you, and it's a fast moving thing. Like I feel like you're like, boom, I gotta go, I gotta go. It's like kind of like if a job says you have to move and you get 2 weeks to relocate, like this, it seems to be a fast decision that you make, but it's a lot of passion in it, and it's something that you are really feeling good with. But there, what I noticed is these cards are that pink and that green. It went from that, that loving feeling to that emotional heavy feeling, and then all of these cards are brown. So I feel like these are all related and moving you together. That earth energy, that grounding energy, that moving you forward and getting you back on track energy. So all of these have that brown undertone to it. And so for me, the story that they're telling me is that you need to move forward. You're grounding yourself and you're getting closer to the people that keep you on track and grounded and moving forward. And so that could be a good thing for you. So I'll go ahead and do the move. So that's what I got for this lady.
So no, there's a strange there's a strange feeling. Uh, it's kind of like it's like a yours, mine, and ours situation. So it's like it was an old movie, yours, mine, and ours. It was like a combined kids. How many kids do you have, Haley? Because I feel like there's did you and your husband have bring kids together, or did you have a bunch of kids by together already? Did or because I was just kind of curious. I'm getting this feeling of kids, many kids. Um, so. and that energy, which is interesting, and that's kind of a driver for you. It seems it's an energy driver. Yet, so no, don't be afraid to indeed use that energy from those wonderful energy they have for you. So let that help you, let that help you to bloom. I have five, and yes, with my partner. Okay, five. Yeah, I kind of got the energy of lots of kids. So yeah, interesting. Yeah, and they're yeah interesting. So yeah, use that energy when you're running low and when you're feeling kind of depleted. Just live off of their energy for a while. Let them. I mean, because they just have so much to give. They have great energy. So enjoy the fact that you have that as a resource to kind of give you that renewed energy in your own life from time to time.
I
But
also see budding flowers too, Don. So I feel like by springtime there'll be a big change in her situation.
mhm, yeah, yeah. But she's on a. You're in a different. You're not on our same seasons, right, Haley? I don't get that you're on our same seasons. Are you someplace where your seasons are opposite ours? Are you on the southern hemisphere? Because for some reason I'm seeing your seasons are off from ours. Is that the case? Or I'm getting the opposite. I'm in Taz. You're in Tasm. What's Tasm?
Tasmania? Tasmania.
Tasmania. Okay, so that's God. I hate to sound like I don't know my geography, but I'm almost certain that's on the southern hemisphere, right? I have to ask because I have to make sure. I know.
I don't
I
think
pro-
I've ever met anybody from Tasmania.
yeah, well, it's interesting. Now we do. We know somebody from Tasmania. Nice.
And
Wow,
welcome in, Haley.
absolutely interesting.
I
Okay.
like your name. It sounds like a TV character. Oh, bottom of Australia.
Right, right. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, down again, Tasmania, because I always remember the Tasmanian devil, and then Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. You're probably tired of hearing that name of that movie, but I love that movie, and I know it's like one of 10 trillion Australian movies, but that one was amazing to me. I love it, and that name of that town, that region came up very often in that movie. I thought it was wonderful. You
No,
know.
it's the one that's showing me the spring flowers. Were you two thinking about? Were you and your significant other thinking about getting married? Because these are could be flowers that would be at a wedding, and now the wedding's off. Because there seems to be a field of flowers, but I feel a joy in it. So maybe you're going toward the field of flowers, and I felt like it was a springtime thing. That by spring you would be moving into this better space. It's like sunshine. It's like the budding of the new season that they're showing me. Or that freedom of frolicking Little House on the Prairie, like that walking through like the tall grass or the flowers or the weed or whatever they be walking through, and so it would just be like that feeling of of just being able to just run free around just in open land. It's been spoken of many times. Okay, so I don't feel that loving feeling at all. I do feel like you do want to break apart, but it's been a long time. If you have five kids, then I'm assuming that it's been, probably closer to the 7 to 10 year mark with the children, or more with this person, and you're having a hard time breaking away, even if you know it's for your good. Like you've tried to leave before, and it seems like another kid pops up every time. But you seem to be ready to move on. It's just that hurt, that hurt. That should I forgive or should I let go? And the heartbreak is there. The heartbreak is there, and it's a no on the, staying together. You may need a separation. This is that planning and you getting on and moving forward. So go ahead and that's that planning. This is that mindset that I have to go, and this is you with that passion and new, with that momentum forward. So stay with the momentum and move forward because it seems like your higher power is blessing this and helping you to move forward if you stay on track. Like if you wait or if you go back and then have to go again, it could put you back or make it harder for you to move forward. Right now, you seem to have the momentum of the universe helping you out and moving forward. Oh, she's long him longer than she has it. Yeah. So it seems like you need to go ahead and have a fresh start. It is possible, even with the 5 children. My cousin married a woman that had 5 children. It's a lot of responsibility. All right, Don, what's next?
Who are you drawn to? Anything?
I don't know. Who is Lynn C's? I don't think I've ever seen that name. Lynn C's, are you here? Or Sierra Foxtrot? Oh, I like that. Sierra Foxtrot, that's cute.
Yeah,
They
I
have
was.
General.
Who? Which one said general?
Sierra Foxtrot.
Sounds good.
All
Sierra
right,
Foxtrot, are you still here?
that is so cute. I like that. That's
And I
how
think that's the in the military. See, that's how you'd say SNF, Sierra Foxtrot, right?
yes, I like that. That's so cute.
Mhm. Do you have a Lynn and Sierra? Lynn, you'll be next. Sierra, do you have a question
She
specific or
just
general? And same thing for you, Lynn.
in the message that she has up, she said general, so I don't know if she now has a question. Oh, so general.
Oh, you're right. I see it. I didn't even read it. I clicked on it. I didn't even read it. Oh, jeez. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Angie.
We're 2 hours in,
I
Don.
get the
Look,
glasses on, but I
look,
must use them.
we're 2 hours in. We can't see everything straight.
Oh my God.
Oh, she used it because of her job. Oh, okay. That is so cute. I love it. Okay.
My goodness.
They showed me a chessboard. They showed me a checkerboard, the red and black of it. So I thought checkers, and then they showed me chess pieces. So they're saying this is chess, not checkers. So you're using some kind of strategy in order to make these decisions or to outwit somebody. It seems like you're going to battle with somebody, and they're showing it to me as in the 7 of swords instead of the 5 of swords. I feel like if it was the 5 of swords, it would be like a for real battle, like drama, chaos, conflict going on. But with the 7 of swords, it's more that outwitting somebody, using strategy to make better decisions, or to outthink this situation, like to think your way out of it and not get into a battle with it. So they're showing me chess, not checkers. So I feel like whatever it is taking the mental, um, like you making great moves in order to outshine this person. Um, so let me see what else they're giving me. And then I hear the song "You Will Survive," like "I Will Survive." Shantae Savage is a person who I remember singing it, but there was a disco version of it. And I forgot whose song "I Will Survive" was that? The disco version "I Will Survive" down.
Gloria Gaynor.
Okay, yeah. So then I hear the Shantae Savage version of it where she slowed it down a lot and had a more soulful, raspy voice to it. So I heard "I Will Survive," and so I feel like you are going to make it out of this situation that you're in, where you're having to use. Is this a legal situation? Because they're showing me like they keep showing me chess, not checkers. And then the card that came over was the 9 of Pentacles, which is kind of like that wish fulfillment, that independent wealth. So I feel like you're going to win whatever this battle is. So is this a legal battle, or like are you having some kind of legal issues where you're suing somebody or somebody is suing you? I'm going again. So that's how I'm getting this. Like you're gonna win this out. Like whatever the situation is, you're gonna come out on top, and you're going to win. But it feels like a legal situation now. It doesn't feel real heavy. It just feels like it's something that you have to do. It's a necessity, but it doesn't feel like super heavy. Like it's gonna be devastating to you. So
Gloria Gaynor.
yeah. All right, so that's what I'm getting for you, is that you will get victory in this situation. Again, this is that 9 of Pentacles, so it seems to be a money matter or a legal issue, a legal situation that you're going through, and that you're going to move forward with it and get some positive information. Then I get the Death card, so it's also a transformation, like a spiritual transformation that you're going through. You're saying you're not going through a legal situation, or you're not going through a situation where you're battling with somebody, because they're showing me chess not checkers, which means that you're playing something and there has to be an opponent unless you're just playing by yourself. but there seems to be somebody you're trying to outwit or you're trying to outsmart in this situation, and you're going to come through victorious because you got the independent wealth card, which is the Nine of Pentacles, and then I got the Death card, which is that transformation. There's an ending and there's a very distinct beginning that is going to happen, but you seem to be orchestrating the transformation and the ending and the beginning. So again, that's more good news for you. You're transforming to get this Nine of Pentacles that you want. So that's what I got for you.
For me, I picked up the a change of. I picked up a change of thinking, a change of a way of thinking. You're going to find that somebody whom that you have been, who you've trusted or whatever, maybe has not been very trustworthy. So they've not really earned the trust that you have given them. And so you're going to have to think of it. You're going to be thinking this in a whole new way. It's going to be a bit of a letdown for you. So whoever it is who, again, there's somebody whom you trusted, somebody whom.
Was that the Seven of Swords done?
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
Yep. Okay. Yep. And so don't be surprised when you find out. It's going to shake you, but you're strong. You can get through it. But again, you're going to have to think a different way. You're going to realize, trying to get back with your ex.
Don, where is that? Look at my face. Don there.
There, exactly. Yeah. No. Yeah, exactly.
Don't do it.
Pull it up quickly. Yeah.
Do it. No. Don't do it. No.
No. Again, you can't. There's a trust issue there, and that trust issue has never been overcome.
She said her kitchen caught on fire and she's dealing with the insurance company. I said it was a legal situation and you were going to get the money. I'm like, I know, I see this legal situation. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. Listen, Sierra, don't be playing with me. I know I saw a legal situation and you're going to get the money. That's what they're showing me. You're going to get what you need in order to move forward from this. Okay.
Yeah. But again, you got to see him for what he is, not what you think he was, what he could be. Go back. The edge is near. Go back. The edge is near.
And look, is it pre-retrograde or something? I feel like we just got out of it, but this feels real retrograde-ish or real comeback energy. Don't do it. Just Lord help the child.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a reason why you broke up.
I can say, Sierra, just remember all that you've been through. Remember all that has happened. That doesn't change overnight. That doesn't, I'm not saying that it will be the same. What I'm saying is that the cards are saying that what you're expecting and what you're hoping is not what reality will bring. And so I give you that notice, that warning. What you do with it is up to you. Spirit gives us these messages because y'all ask and we tell you. That's the best we can do for it. So
exactly.
There you go. Next in line is C. What was it? C.
Oh, Lindsay. Sierra, the song I heard for you was Jasmine Sullivan, Pick Up Your Feelings. Yeah.
Lindsay, do you have a specific or general question? Oh, I decided to leave my job. It was challenging. Will I find another? Okay, thank you so much. I should have seen that.
That's good. Okay.
Will you find another? Well, you're going to find another. The question is are you asking when or what? Is that more the question? Because you're pretty much certain you're going to find another.
Thank you, Matthew. It's good seeing you. Good night.
Night, Matthew.
Exactly, JoJo. People do show their true colors.
Mm-hmm. That's the other thing is like once somebody tells you who they are, listen the first time, believe them. I mean, it's like I hate to say that, but it's the obvious.
I'm turning red flags pink and thinking like, I know he said he'd kill me, but it's so cute. He loved me so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then when he tried to kill you, he crazy. Well, he told you.
Yeah.
Yes, you're welcome, Sierra. I hope that helps you out, and I hope that you get the money soon from your insurance situation, and that you don't have to battle with them too much. Like, is it something about the pictures? Are they not like? They're showing me photos, so it has something to do with the pictures that you submitted or that were taken regarding the damage or something. All right, Mr. Lamb, let me get into your energy, Miss Lamb. You know what, Don? I picked up one of my very first traditional Rider-Waite deck, And I
Uh-huh.
was playing with it the other day in class. Two of the cards are missing, but it felt so like home. Like I love the energy of it. And it was just talking, talking, talking. And so that's why I went back to my Rider Waite deck. Like I just love the energy on it. It's so like specific and traditional. That's why I love tarot. It's like snatching the band-aid off. Just say it.
Yeah, Rider Waite, which is what I'm using as well, is it doesn't. I feel like it doesn't fight me. It doesn't challenge me. It's like
Says it.
it wants to work with me.
Yep. I love it. I love
Yep.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
And then what I'm saying is you have a little bit of a weight in front of you because you feel like, again, you really feel kind of frustrated and a bit lost in the sense of what do I do, and you kind of identify with yourself based on what it is you were doing, but you're okay. You know, the change is coming. Okay, be comfortable with the change because I'm getting King and Queen of Cups, so the happiness is coming, but it's going to be a change in kind of careers. So you're not doing quite the same thing you were doing, but you will be doing something similar. And again, the queen is saying be patient, but the king is saying that when it comes, it's going to be a good opportunity. So it's going to take a little bit of time. You're going to find it and it's going to work for you. Now, with this job, once you get it, make sure that you make the job yours. This is the Empress. So again, it's that new job, it's the fertile new energy, the new opportunity, but you need to put your seal on it, your own stamp on it, make it fit you and your energy. And ultimately it'll make you happy because this is the happiness card, this is the celebration card. So you're going to feel like, hey, I finally found the job I needed. But again, make sure you're patient, and it's going to be a little bit different than what you're doing now and a little bit more outside the box than what you have, but it's actually going to work to your advantage. So make it your job, make it represent you, and ultimately you're going to be happy with it. That's what I'm getting.
I love that, Don. And when you were talking about her being all tied up with that eight of swords, I got the four swords. Like you needing some rest, you needing this time to recuperate, to rejuvenate, to change your mindset. And then what you get? Two aces, two changes, two new beginnings. This is one. This one more has to do with like inspiration, creativity, and being encouragement. You know, and moving forward in that way with creating new ideas. And Don said you weren't going to be doing the same job that you were doing. I literally got a job change. Like they were showing me you going into a new industry. I don't know if you're in the medical industry and you want to leave or if you're trying to get into the medical field because they showed me stethoscope. So I feel like you are definitely doing a career change. Like you're not doing whatever it was you're doing. You're going to something else. And then I got the Ace of Cups. That's that new love, that joy, the emotional awakening. I feel like this is you getting that outpouring of filling your cup up, but what you're going to do again needs to be tied to your joy. What makes you happy? What hours do you want to work? What days do you want to work? Do you want day shift? Do you want night shift? What salary will make you happy? What distance will be fine? So put all those things out there so the universe can have some things to pour into you. If you just say, I want another job, then you're just going to get the next job that comes up. At my other job, we have these AI robots that come up and they say, don't send all of your AI robots away because if there's no one there at your station, they're just going to send the next available one, not necessarily the one that you need for what it is that you're trying to pack and send away. And so what they're saying is make sure that you're aligned with what you want. Make sure the universe knows what you need. Or don't just say, I'll take a new job and then you'll get anything. You'll get the next available job versus I want this and this is what I need you to bring to me. So be mindful and let the universe know what you want. What is the best of all worlds for you? Or what are your options that you would be considering? And then allow the universe to help you navigate to those things. It's okay to want things. A lot of times I think people have learned from like religion or from other things to feel guilty for desiring something different or desiring more than you have now. And it's not a bad thing. It's just letting the universe know that you're ready to move forward. You're ready to go to the next level and not laying down your power by saying, well, whatever it is you want to give me, you're never going to hear me say that. No, no. I'm always specific. I always need you to know in the general area of what I want. Okay. So go ahead and let the universe know what you want. And your opportunity for employment is coming up, but you do need this rest. And I don't see it. And I hate to say it, but I hear like 2 to 5 months. Now, I don't know if you can survive that long. And it could be 2 to 5 weeks, depending on how you change your mindset and get those affirmations coming. Like, repeat what it is that you want. I am happy in my new place of employment. I enjoy my new job. I am grateful for the new opportunity that the universe gave me for employment. I am grateful for my $10,000 increase in salary. Whatever it is that you want, speak those things into existence and allow them to come to you. Oh, AI robots. So the way that our facility comes, it's like we have these little, it looks like little kind of sleds or carts. It kind of looks like a sled, like if you were to sit on it, you could sled around on it, or something that has wheels on the bottom of it. And so what it does is it comes, so we have these long towers that have all the products on it. And so when you place an order, the AI robot goes, finds that tower that you ordered, that has the thing that you ordered on there. It picks up that tower and it brings it to our station, and it tells us it's in pocket A6. And so we go in there, pull out the item that you ordered, and then we send it to the other side to be packaged and sent to you. And so the robots bring everything to us. We don't have to go and search for your items. The robots bring everything to us or take things away from us, so that we're not walking on around. So it just makes everything more convenient. It brings us exactly what we need. So we're not looking all over the place for it. And there's
Super.
videos online. You can look it up, like Amazon fulfillment centers, and it'll show you the AI robot.
They've definitely embraced the tech.
Exactly.
They've definitely. Well, Angie, with that said, I think we're about done. It's been over 2 hours, almost a 2.5. So
Exactly.
actually, it's going to be 2.5 in like 2 seconds. There you go.
Yeah,
But it
it
didn't
was
seem
a
like
good
too bad.
night. I love all the new names. I hope you all subscribe to Don's page so he can get to that 1,000. And subscribe to my page too, so I can just get them numbers up there. So we really love helping you. Let somebody else know. Just tell one more other person to watch, and then we'll just keep climbing like that. But let people know. Don, I heard a little birdie say you were bringing back the daily downloads. Is that true?
The birdie is right. The birdie is right. Yes, the daily downloads is coming back, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, good, good. We're
It was
excited.
fun. It was
You
a
know,
fun
that was
thing.
me and Terry T thing. We used to be like, "Where's the daily download?" Melissa said she liked it too. We love the daily download. Are you
Yeah,
gonna do your weekly too, or just
the
the
weeklies
daily?
are coming back too. The weeklies are
Oh
coming
my
back.
gosh,
Yeah.
Don, where do you get all this time from?
Well, it's because of it's the book is coming to a, it's
I,
going.
I promise you, the review is coming. I am going to. The email is coming either tonight or early morning. I'm definitely gonna do finish it because I want it to be good. I want it to be perfect. I don't want it to be too much, but I want it to, very much say all the things in a few words that need to be said about the book.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, folks. And what we're talking about is my book on affirmations, which is pretty much in the can. I'm just doing some last edits with it, and actually talking to a few folks, a few editors about looking at it and so forth, and finalizing it. But it's pretty much in the can, and this is the cover, and I just this is coming. So the question is whether we do a long
Can
lead
you
out
come
or
again now? I love how it looked like she's commanding all of that energy to come toward her. Like
yes.
it is beautiful the way that it shows up, and it looked like the power, all that color is just coming out of her hand, and she's just, you know,
Yeah, and when I did this, when I made this cover, the one thing about it is I wanted her to be connected, and let me take this off at the bottom of this because I wanted her to be to Gaia, right? And but in a subliminal way. And so if you notice, she's part of the mountain, right? And then if you also notice, these are chakra colors. And so because I wanted the chakra bringing in there, but it's subliminal. I don't like it. It's not about the chakra. Affirmations are not necessarily about the chakra, but the chakras are energy. And the energy in our chakras are the energy that we use to communicate to the energies around us. And so not only that, but it's also the power. The power within her is controlling the energy around her. And you can see the energy.
yes, it looks like it's just coming out of her hands. And to me, that's everything you want is right in your hand. It's right within reach. I love
Exactly.
it how she's commanding or caught, like just oh my, it's beautiful. Like there's
Yeah.
so much imagery there that it speaks to you in so many different ways.
Yeah, no, I worked hard on getting this to have that impact, and just so I'm very pleased with this cover. I'm very very pleased with this cover because I think it says a lot. Even if you didn't have the words, I think you would get some of that same feel, because it just that's what I kept going. I mean, it took me a long time to create this, but it was worth it in the end. So anyway, yeah,
Your power within, I love it. Unleashing the magic of affirmations. And it is true, like literally, listen, affirmations. Yeah, listen. I am a person who was a doubter, half believer, just kind of doesn't work for me. And I gave it a try after listening to Don and Shauna. Perfect. I love it.
So there you go. And so look for it'll be coming out soon enough, folks. The question is, we're bouncing off the idea of either a February 29th or March 31st release date, because there's a marketing plan that goes in connection with it. So it takes time and whatever. But anyway, so we're soon.
I like the 29th. That's that leap year. Just leap right
Exactly.
off to the top of the bestseller.
That's what I was thinking too. That'd be kind of cool. It's very unusual. Only once every 4 years. So
Exactly. I love it. Or
yes.
maybe in 4 years you'll be doing another one. Oh, what?
Hush, hush. But with that said, thanks everybody for popping in, and thank you, Angie, for getting that done for me. And again, thanks for everybody for popping in and for giving us the energy. Remember, it's your energy. It's the energy that you bring to our readings that make it possible for us to do what we do. And remember, we don't charge for this. So if you get approached by us asking to charge you for a reading, it's not us. Even if it's identical to us and if the page looks like us, I promise you it is not us, because Angie nor I or Shauna or any of the people that we go on live with, we do not ask you to get a reading from us for a fee. We do not do that. Now, usually if you want to, you reach out to one of our email addresses, either Angie's over there or mine, and then we respond in kind. But that's because you asked. And then ours is a reply back to you. And that one, of course, is a long, intense reading, and that one does have a fee to it. But this is our labor of love. And so first and foremost, don't get scammed. Don't let anybody convince you that they are us, because we do not solicit readings from you. So please, please be careful. The next thing that I would suggest as well is that when you're watching other people, do the same thing with them. Don't fall for the same things, because we know so many people online who have had their stuff stolen, and it looks a lot like them, but it's not. Okay, so
Do you know somebody stole my sister's Instagram page? She doesn't do anything. She barely even posts on there. They took her name and then put a 10, like an underscore and a 10 after, but it's her picture. It's my. I said, so I was like, wait, my sister got a new page, and they took all her stuff and created it. She was like, that's not even me. I don't even post on her that much, and they just stole her page too. Listen,
okay.
people, I have tons of messages that I need to return from people who actually contacted me. You think I got time to be coming to your inbox asking you for some money? I don't.
Exactly. So there you go. And then the other thing about that, folks, is that, again, since we don't do this, we don't charge for this time. The only thing we ask is like, share, subscribe, follow. That's the only thing we ask in return. And so, and that you come in with good energy and with good intentions. We always love the energy when it's positive. And if it's a negative energy, we tend to help you see the door out, because that's not the energy we want to deal with. Nor does anybody else in here. Everybody, we have a little family here. We have a great little group of folks. Miss Linda, who just talked, Kelly Dix, Jojo, Creating Balance, Cynthia. Yeah, I mean,
Pamela.
yes,
And
Pamela
and
and Pam Franks. Yep. And then, of course, Bonnie, and which is
Benaria. Oh my
yeah,
gosh, there's so many people. Miss Julie.
so
We
yeah,
have Miss Alicia, who won't never come to class, don't never come back on the show with us.
exactly.
I'm
So
calling
again,
her, Miss Alicia.
and look, we were just talking. And what happens? Oh, dysfunctional.
All the way through with nobody. We should have just left a while ago. We should just left. We almost made it completely through, and now one little poker coming on.
Exactly. Well, dysfunctional, this is for you.
Resume is equivalent to mine. Hush.
Oh, we almost got through. God, we were so close. Didn't even use the word either. Didn't even use that word, hoping not to create a situation.
And I almost said it about an hour ago, and I was like, "Nope, don't even put that energy out there, Angie. Shut your mouth."
Exactly.
And we made it all the way through to the end, and then here you
Yeah,
come.
Kelly says we spoke too soon.
Exactly, dysfunctional, enlightenment, you raggedy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, folks, again, thank you so much. Again, you guys make it possible, and we're blessed to have you in. With that said, and Kelly, hopefully you're not freezing too much up there. Maybe you are now maybe at zero, because they've been in like negative 26.
Where's she at?
Kelly's in way north. Yes. Canada, right, Kelly? But you're like way north in Canada. It's cold. Or is it Newfoundland? No, it's not Newfoundland. It's cold. I thought it was Canada. Gosh, I'm drawing a blank for sure. Anyway, but I know it's cold because it's like last time we talked, she was in -26. It's like, holy crap.
You're welcome, True Me. Good night. It was good to see you in. When we was asking for all them the questions, all the people want to read, where was you at?
They were mesmerized. I don't know. Anyway, we'll talk later, everybody. Good night. Good night, Angie.
Oh,
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. She
It is
is.
Newfoundland. Okay, I was thinking. So, with that said, we're out of here. Angie, any exciting plans for the weekend for your for one of the birthday weekends?
Drink somewhere. I think what was that one place you told me about? Samoya or what was it? Some
Somalia.
Somalia. I might go there. I want to have some drinks, pretty drinks, and you guys are always posting really pretty drinks, so I might go there and have some drinks and food there. So somewhere this weekend to go and have some cocktails or something, and maybe watch the game that they said is going to be on.
Yep.
So I don't have a dog or a pony in the show.
Somalia, very good place to go, and for the brunch, it's crazy. Off the, it's really off the hook. It's the food is good, the energy is good. It's great. Yes.
Yeah. So someplace.
Absolutely. And this is Angie's family has for the month in which their birthday is, the entire month is a celebration for them. So Angie's family from January on through May or June, right? It's like, yeah, one a month. And so like Kina is Kinawari.
Yeah.
Right. And then, so each of them have their
February. And I just every weekend. So last weekend I went to Houston. This weekend it'll be dinner or something somewhere. And just the rest of the month, just picking things to do all week, every weekend, finding something to do.
Yep. Absolutely. And then the good thing is even in locally, there's a lot to do because Lord knows the Phoenix metro area, which covers many little towns and cities around it, has a lot.
I haven't explored Scottsdale to its fullest. Like there's a lot of places up there I want to go to, and a lot of people be like, "Oh, you ever been here? You ever been there?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, there's so many places I need to go." So I do want to do a couple places there, but mostly just drinks, pretty drinks, good drinks, and I don't need like a lot of heavy food, like kind of like light hors d'oeuvres and things like that. But just some places that I can go and explore and have some good food and talk to some people and get out and about.
Exactly. Super. Well, with that said, we're out of here then. Good night, everybody. Again, have a great weekend. I will be back tomorrow morning between 7-ish and 8-ish. That's not 7-ish, 8-ish. 7, yeah, right. 8-ish.
And you'll know when he goes live because it'll just give you the little alert.
Exactly. So 8-ish Mountain Standard Times with Shauna. Until then, we will say good night, sleep well, and we will talk tomorrow.